What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition, your post-game edition after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers win a thriller in hot Atlanta. 23-20, coup wide right, 44 yards, and the Bucs survive the penalty situation, the third down, fourth down, goal line stand. But how do we start off this show, Bucs fans? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them. As I'm your Rolex reporter, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. It's my time, and of course, it's your time. So here we go. Bring the passion, bring their excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. So where do we start? Is it Emeka Egbuka? How do you do, Mr. Emeka Egbuka? What a day by that young man, the rookie himself, with 2 touchdowns, including a 25-yard touchdown late in the fourth quarter. The 13th comeback victory for Baker Mayfield. Because I heard a lot of Bucs fans after the fourth down stand that was not, with penalties and reaching for a first down. It was a fumble. It wasn't a fumble. Michael Penix scores. It was the right call. It was questionable, but he did reach the ball over. But even with that being said, the Bucs, the resiliency, right? Like the USF Bulls last night versus the Florida Gators. Baker Mayfield, not his best day. Reminiscent of a couple years ago when the Bucs need a win in Atlanta. They don't play their best offensive football. Mayfield doesn't play his best offensive football. But what happens? He's able to lead a fourth quarter drive to win the game, and the Bucs survive. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Live here at Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. For the day, Baker Mayfield, 1732, 167, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, not necessarily his best game. We'll get out to the comments in a moment, but let's get out to Mr. JP Peterson. I got an intro for him. I think he was probably saying this to the TV with the refs trying to steal the game, because somebody put it out there on that. And we'll hold off on the phone calls right now. Let me go out to JP Peterson saying this with the refs, the Bucs trying to compete against the refs, the Bucs trying to compete against the Falcons. I know this is probably what he was saying.
F you, F you, F you, and F you. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
And it didn't matter, my partner in crime, Mr. JP Peterson here, live from Tampa Joe's, of course. We'll go to that wide shot right there. But JP, Bucs survived 23-20 there in Atlanta. A lot of things that you could say about this defense. Savasier Dennis, rough game. Giving up long plays at the beginning, but somehow, some way, offensively, defensively, and a special teams there with Chase McLaughlin missing a field goal and extra point. Man, so much stuff to unpack in this game. JP Peterson of the JP Peterson Show. Welcome to the evolution of sports television, my friend.
That was a wild one, Peter. That was a crazy football game full of weird calls, crazy instances for the refs to kind of have to figure out in crucial situations down by the goal line. 2 Michael Penix dives that could have been interpreted, at least the one on the sideline, in a different way. It just was a weird game. Chase missing a gimme and an extra point, and then Koo missing a 44-yarder. I mean, that never happens. Was it windy in the Mercedes-Benz Dome today? Like, what? I didn't get the forecast. Well, the Bucs couldn't run the ball.
Yep.
What the hell happened with the offensive line right before the game? Just a weird game. I was just listening to Baker's comments, and he's like, "Yeah, Graham Barton at left tackle. Joke's on you. Bet you guys didn't know about that." Nope, we sure didn't.
Nope.
We'd have loved to know that before I bet on all those offensive overs.
Well, listen, we knew that Barton was versatile. We know that Jason Light loves to have those versatile offensive linemen, and we knew that Barton played left tackle, I believe, as a freshman with Duke. So
no, he played left tackle for his last couple of years.
Okay.
He played only center at Duke 1 year, his freshman year, but his natural, well, I guess he can play all positions, but he can play left tackle.
Right.
Yeah.
And I thought, again, the pressure got to sometimes Baker, not blocking Atlanta defensive lineman, Baker trying to shake it off. Fortunate for that, but it just goes back to Baker Mayfield. How many times today, and I get it, not the best game, statistically off, rusty, whether it was not playing in the preseason, whether it was Atlanta getting enough pressure on him, but just off. And one play comes to mind, that's Cade Otton. You have him wide open. You're up 17-13. You got to hit it. Otton's not looking for it. He looks like he's lost in the sauce. Baker misses the pass by a mile. You got to hit those plays. So it certainly seemed like, to me, and you could go ahead and comment on this, that Baker Mayfield, this offense, were out of sync. But with that being said, still able to make some plays, especially to Emeka Egbuka. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. I thought he would make the same type of impact that Mike Evans, and I know, that's astute, conversation there, astute, company, but he really did. He showed it today. He showed it in so many ways, especially the first touchdown there for 30 yards, pass play action, and then 25 yards. As cool as the other side of the pillow, never any doubt Baker Mayfield to Egbuka in the end zone.
Yeah, both of those plays were contested catches. And he's so good at that. He's already got those strong hands. That's what young receivers really struggle with, the physicality of the NFL and having balls knocked away. But Egbuka's got strong arms, strong hands, and both of those were kind of contested catches and great routes by him, great throws by Baker, both of them. That's what we've seen all training camp. He's really in sync with Baker. He's really Baker's really in sync with Mike Evans, who I thought had an okay game today. Not great. I thought Baker was constantly under pressure, and I think the Falcons did a good job in coverage as well. Ulrich, their new defensive coordinator, had a lot of different wrinkles. This wasn't the same old Falcons defense, so I think it took a while for the Bucs to kind of decipher what was going on. They scrapped their way to 23 points today. I thought the offense. Listen, when you have to shift around your offensive line like that, it really takes a toll on the run game, especially when you're running a lot of gap schemes. There has to be a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of timing to it, and they just didn't have it. And they were not opening holes for Bucky or Rashad for the most part. So now you got to kind of scramble and kind of figure out what's going to be your offense. I thought they'd go to a little bit more quick game with the backs. That didn't materialize. Baker came up with some huge runs on third down, some huge plays on third down, and leads that late drive. I mean, he made 2 plays to avoid sacks early in that drive that could have killed the drives. Those were like the biggest plays, and I don't know how the hell he got out of them, either one of them. And, you get sacked there, you're not scoring a touchdown on that drive because now you're like 2nd and 22, 3rd and 17. I mean, it would have been long conversions to go. And then they had the 3rd down conversion to Shep where Baker somehow escapes and gets the ball to him. I mean, I thought Baker played an unbelievable game. His stats aren't going to be great. Right. I think he was like 14 for 17. I'll get the numbers here in a second.
I got the numbers for you, buddy. 17 for 32, 167, 3 total touchdowns. Once again, 3 touchdowns in both matchups last year, 3 touchdowns today, of course, 2 to Egbuka. 1, by the way, and I can't believe this, Bucky Irving had a 9-yard catch there, dives for the end zone, and that's his first receiving touchdown in his career, and hopefully you see more of that, and you would think you're going to see more of that, and this Bucs offensive coordinator and Josh Grizzard calling his first plays. Besides the offense being rusty, Bucky being rusty, what did you think of the play calling by Grizzard today?
I didn't think it was great. I thought they had other opportunities to get the backs more involved since the running game was kind of stalled. I don't think we saw a lot of screens today. Didn't see a lot of outside screens. Didn't see a lot of running back screens. Maybe they were called and got blown up, but didn't see a lot of that. There wasn't a lot of variation in the run game. There wasn't any Liam Cohen flow to the offense today. Most of the big plays Baker made off schedule, frankly. So I didn't, I'm going to have to go back and look at the tape. We can say that too.
Yes, again.
But my first blush is there. I don't remember a lot of times when I said, "Oh, that was great." You set up that with this, and then came back with this. I didn't see a lot of that. Not a lot of great sequencing. It's the first time he's ever called plays, so that's to be expected. But it was a slow start, and this is just a gritty win for the Buccaneers. It's they did a lot of things poorly, but they did a lot of things well to win this game. Some great defensive stops at great times. I mean, I thought Penix also played a really, really good game. He's going to be a good quarterback in this league. He's going to be a really, really good quarterback in this league, and he plays on time. He's accurate. He can move. Has a great arm. I think the Falcons have found a quarterback for the future. I mean, we got a long way to go.
Sure.
But I thought he played really well in some big spots. He made some big plays, and Baker just kind of out-Bakered him in that way. He got one more big play. That final drive where he draws the penalty, which was a stupid penalty, but let's be honest, both the Vita Vea roughing the passer and the Gaines roughing the passer were absolute crap calls.
Can you touch a quarterback these days, or do you have to take
ridiculous.
him out on the date?
And the play right before Baker got the call, Pierce Jr. came up from behind and hit him right in the head after he got rid of the ball.
Yes.
If Veas is a penalty, then that's a penalty.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But neither one of them are penalties. I mean, Gaines' penalty was ridiculous. He's a 320-pound man moving in a direction. And if Penix, with his quick release, I mean, Penix just is like, he comes from here and that ball gets out quick. If let's just say if Penix were to hold that ball, like almost pump it, he's getting sacked. I mean, how can Gaines predict whether he's going to follow through with that pass? I mean, that's just ridiculous. He can't stop himself in mid. He's a prisoner of inertia, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
But anyway, there were a lot of curious calls, and they were big calls in this game that kept drives alive. The one down on the goal line where Penix reaches out, and for some reason, I guess Servassier didn't touch him. The umpire says, "Well, he gave himself up." And when you're giving yourself up, aren't you sliding? Right. If you're diving and reaching, you're not giving yourself up because the ball's going to be marked where you've come to a rest. And he fumbled that ball. He fumbled that ball through the end zone when Winfield picked it up. To me, that was not – they were ruling it as, he gave himself up, so wherever he first hits, that's where he's down dead ball. I don't know. To me, that was a liberal interpretation.
Yeah, definitely liberal. Definitely liberal. And I will tell you this, JP, and we're on with JP Peterson of the JP Peterson Show, which can be seen and heard here live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all those great destinations every day from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I'm your host, Peter Blake, here live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road. Partner, you got to get down here sometime. We do a watch party today. A lot of Bucs fans down here and excited about these away watch parties. And, of course, USF Bulls watch parties is, by the way, a number 18th overall. Congratulations to them. But going back to the Bucs, I don't know what the Bucs had to do. I don't know what a sack is anymore. I don't know how you catch a quarterback, and I don't know what a catch is. And I'm listening to the announcer, and they're actually going through this with Drake London. Tell you what, let's go ahead, save the commentary. We'll go out to the phone lines here. You're on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show after the Bucs win a thriller in Atlanta, 23-20 over the Atlanta Falcons. Go ahead.
This is Johnny Buck from Tallahassee. Good to be back for the season.
What's up, Johnny Buck?
Johnny Buck?
Doing good. Man, that game, it's a wild way to start the season. The whole game was on the edge, beginning to end. It was such a 50-50 game. There was so much good to take from it. Baker made a lot of good calls, but there was a couple times that, throws, you're like, why did you throw that?
Right.
We had two very close almost interceptions.
Zion McCollum, please catch a pass.
Jesus
I get it.
Christ.
A 3-year, $48 million contract. You're a top corner in the league. Catch a pass, because if you catch one of those, the Vea one gets, it doesn't matter. But the one right before the half, when you take points off the board, you got to make that play. That is the definition of what Todd Bowles has talked about this offseason. And it goes back to last year, JP, when this secondary and back end only had 7 interceptions. Got to start making those plays. You do. Go ahead, Johnny.
It just felt like we was not ready for the season. It's almost like there was not enough preparation before the season started. it felt like maybe there wasn't enough preseason play for some of our key
Well,
starters.
listen, this is
They
the
should have got
worst.
more
This is
warm-up in,
Johnny.
and so-
This is the worst possible start. You get a 50-yard catch to Bijan Robinson, Savasi Dennis. He loses the tackle. Tyke Smith. He doesn't make the play there. The worst possible start. But
no pursuit on that play.
No pursuit
really
at all. Looked lost. But after that, Bucs settled down defensively. I get it. They gave up yards today, gave up some plays. But overall, I thought they settled down after that. But the worst possible start you can have watching this Bucs team. Absolutely what we talked about in the offseason with this defense.
We'll take a win no matter what, especially in the division. You know, I do have to give props, man, when we were in the end zone or Atlanta was in the end zone, and our defense, I feel like 8 plays back-to-back, stopping them. I do agree. I think that's a bad call. It should have been a fumble in the end zone. But that was a big way to step up in defense and to show that we still have that red zone defense that we've always had. We've got a great red zone defense, and there's a lot of sloppy there, but there's a lot that we can go off of. We can clean it up. We can change the season to be a great season.
Yeah,
honestly.
Jamel Dean on the goal line. I know he's much maligned by this Bucs fan base, but had a good pass breakup there of that pass. Of course, had a couple penalties, had a penalty himself there, which extended the drive. But overall, again, up and down with this team. The defense, though, they survive. The offense survives. They do enough. And special teams, Cam Johnson with a 59-yard punt return.
Huge play.
Which was huge in this game. You needed that. You needed to see something out of him. We've talked about the potential here, JP, the explosive nature. Johnny, thanks a lot for the call. Use that second call if you want to, my friend, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go Bucs. Absolutely. Go Bucs. Yes. All right. So go ahead and go back to that Cam Johnson. We talked about it, the potential there. He showed it today. Got a lane. Had one guy to beat. Nearly goes to the house on that. And that turns it around. That was good. And then you go to the bad. What was going on with Chase McLaughlin today? Missed field goal there in his range. Usually will hit that. Doesn't. And then the extra point. Listen, if you hit that extra point, you need a touchdown. It doesn't come down to a field goal. The usually reliable McLaughlin was off today, right, JP?
Yeah, that was very strange. To miss an extra point and a short field goal, that was extremely strange. But Young Wei Koo, he pitched in too to miss that field. I mean, he never misses a 40-yarder at the end of the game to tie it. It's just a weird kicking day. Like that's a great place to kick, and today it was not. And that's weird too. The most reliable kickers indoor miss huge kicks in this game. That was bizarre. Very bizarre.
Very bizarre. I saw Hassan Reddick show up. I know Bucs fans were saying you can't rush the passer. You can't rush the passer. I give credit to the Atlanta Falcons, and I give credit to Penix getting rid of the ball early and often as much as he could, as fast as he could, 2 to 3 seconds. But we saw Reddick in that second half step up. We talked about Vea. I don't know. The pressure was there, but you still get flagged for it. You also get another 15-yard penalty. I'm not sure who that was. So that aids, of course, that Atlanta and then that 91-yard drive. I think it's 18 plays. It lasted forever, it seemed like. And a lot of Bucs fans at that point thought the team was going to lose like they did last year. But the difference is, once again, JP, they're able to find a way. So let's go out to the comments here. Again, open phone lines if you want to talk to yours truly, along with the great JP Peterson here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television in collaboration with this show. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Mingle says, let's go. Tim says, I'm going to have a heart attack watching these games. Very nice win. A lot to clean up. How about 2? You called it. I did. I mean, JP, are we really surprised that Emeka Egbuka, and guys, learn how to say that name, Emeka Egbuka, would show up? He showed up and he makes, once again, Jason Light look like a genius. Still, in my opinion, the best GM in the game, not named Howie Roseman.
I took a little plus 1,700 action on Egbuka scoring 2 touchdowns today.
Well, there you go. You must have watched the pregame.
Nice win. 2 touchdowns. That was a nice. I bet on Mike and Emeka having 2 touchdowns, and he came came through for me. Good, because a lot of the offensive overs that I was hoping for, I thought this would be a 34-31 game. With both teams going up and down the field, and obviously with the Bucs offensive line reshuffled, they were just out of sorts offensively, big time. So I wish I would have known that before the game, for sure.
Oh, there you go. All right, let's go out to the phone lines here. Curtis.
Nobody
welcome.
did.
Yes, Curtis, welcome to the Evolution. Yes, sir.
Where is Harry the Greek now? Where is that guy?
Well, listen, I love Harry the Greek. But, Harry, I told you about the New York Jets. They would lose today to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns. And I also told you that Emeka Egbuka was going to make a big-time impact. 1 game down, more to go. We shall see. I agree with you on that. I won't kill Harry because Harry's making all kinds of shekels on the games today. But your thoughts, Curtis?
Man.
Speechless, huh?
All I'm gonna say is those first 2 drives, I was like, what the hell is going on?
Right. Right.
But the most impressive thing,
yes,
the whole game.
Right.
How about that offensive line?
Well, how about the offensive line again? Yeah, I think it goes back.
They were not good.
they were not great. I mean, there were times where Baker was under a lot of pressure. But
it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
it could have been a lot worse.
I think that was the biggest surprise.
Lucky ran for 2.6 yards a carry. That's how much worse can it get?
Yeah, that's not going to get it done.
Listen. I will say this: that we all know Baker's going to run the ball,
right?
But man, at least he had time to throw the ball because it could have went a lot worse. And
what game were you watching? What, my man? What game were you watching? Baker was running for his life the whole game.
It doesn't matter. They held up when they needed to.
Yeah, I mean, I would say this again: a lot of pressure in his face.
Am I wrong on that?
No, you're not. I don't think you're wrong on that. I think there were moments though where they did give him some time. But once again, with Baker Mayfield, you always have a chance. You have that chance there with his mobility.
They did better than I thought they were going to do. That's the credit I'm giving them.
Okay, all right.
Because that was the whole thing we were nervous about. What was this offensive line? Dude, I understand we didn't have a good game running the ball.
Right. You didn't have a good game offensively, but when he needed a drive in the fourth quarter,
when plays needed to be made, they were made.
They were made. I agree with that. All right, what else, Curtis? As I see Harry in the background here.
Oh, you said Harry?
Oh yeah, Harry's in the background. He's ready to talk it up here.
Listen, it's just nice to get a win in Atlanta. I don't care.
That we will agree on.
Yes.
I don't care how it came. I love that their kicker missed the kick. I love that.
Right.
Because when we missed our extra point, I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. Here we go again.
Yep.
So,
all right, Curtis. Appreciate the call.
It's just nice to have a win starting the season, man.
Get down here next Monday night when they play the Houston Texans, my friend. All right.
I got you. I'll give you a buzz.
All right, sounds good. By the way, I had the Tampa Joe's peach wings today. Phenomenal, along with the Caesar salad with the crispy chicken. Eating all day long. Great food here. Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road here on the Evolution. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Sports Web with the great JP Peterson, and we'll get out to Harry in just a moment. Go ahead.
Hey, Peter and JP. This is KR from Tampa. How's it going, guys?
What's going good? Go Bucs.
Yes, go Bucs.
Yeah, go Bucs. It's been a hell of a weekend for me. Being up in the swamp yesterday, watching USF pull off that huge win against the Gators, and now watching the Bucs get their big dub today in Atlanta. Hopefully, finally, we got the curse of Mercedes-Benz Stadium off our back, because that was a wild game and wild ending.
Well, you go back to last year, the House of Horrors on Thursday Night Football there, where Kirk Cousins is doing the wave and he's thrown for over 500 passing yards, and you see that final touchdown with the wide receiver carving up the back end. Yeah, I think a lot of Bucs fans were thinking the same thing was going to happen, but once again, Baker Mayfield, the offense shows up when they need to.
Yes, they did, and definitely, and also, what a way to go, Emeka Egbuka. Welcome to the NFL, kid, because you showed exactly why Jason Light took a risk and grabbed you in the first round, and your impact was a hell of statement today. So those huge 2 touchdowns from him.
Yep.
Hey, this kid is going to be special, and I can definitely see it on the field. And yeah, Chris Godwin, we love you, but hey, Emeka's got your back. So this is going to be a very, very high-potent, high-scoring offense. And as you can see today, we went over 20 points again. So, the sky's the limit, and I just look forward to next week's game. We just got to clean up some things. And if Zion McCollum did not catch a football thrown to him, I'm going to go on the practice squad, and I'm going to make him learn how to catch the ball because he had 2 interceptions today he could have had.
Yes, one of those interceptions would have been
Got to
big.
catch the ball, man. Got to catch the ball.
Thanks a lot for the call, man. Appreciate you, all right?
No problem. Thanks, guys. Go Bucs.
Go Bucs. Use that second call if you want to. Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Stand by, caller. Let's go out to the Greek. We'll see what he has to say here. Mr. Harry the Greek, as I went out to you and told you that watch out for Ibuka, and you said you were kind of questioning if this rookie could make that transition. My friend, so far so good, and I am sorry about the Jets there with your favorite quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, beating them in a thriller, 34-32, where Rodgers throws for 4 touchdowns. Besides that,
just nothing like a great introduction. Hello to you, King Peter. And JP, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. What's up, Greg? How are you?
Not too bad. JP, you know the old adage, no one likes to see a gambler win, right?
Right, exactly.
I mean, it just feels like someone just shoving it right in my ass right when he's doing that. My God, what are you kidding me? I mean, I don't know what game you guys were watching. The New York Jets should have won that game. And I'll tell you what, I love the last caller. Look, I'm happy that Tampa won. But don't talk about, he should have caught 2 interceptions. Look at the other side of the ball. You got to look at you have to look at the game through the TV. Baker almost threw a couple of interceptions. What a back and forth! But you know what? Ultimately, that was a great game by Tampa. A really good game to catch him. To catch him at that, and then to have a missed field goal not to tie the game. Oh God!
After Chase missed the extra point, it was just a bizarre game all the way around. So
please, Peter and the rest of the people out there, stop pounding your chest. That's not good. It's all right. You know what they say in gambling, and JP will even attest to this. I'd rather be lucky than good any day of the week.
Hell yeah!
Any
day of the week.
Guess what? I was good on my predictions today. So how about that for pounding my chest?
Buddy, you were phenomenal. I think you should take over the over-under. I think we'll just switch. JP, you got room for me over there to give a couple of predictions? Because I don't know good here.
Anytime.
Listen to you guys. Listen. I hear you told me about the last drive there where Atlanta drives 91 yards. What did you see on that? Because you were ranting and raving off the air. It was great stuff. It was a roller coaster ride for a lot of Bucs fans. But what did you see there? You saw some bad calls, the 2 15-yarders. I mean, what did you think of that last drive? It seemed like the referees, the Bucs were fighting the referees today, not only the Falcons, but the refs.
It was the referees. It was God, I can't tell you how many different things that I've seen in that game. That 8-minute drive, I seen a lack of discipline, especially on defense. I mean, JP, I don't know what you seen on there. I don't
Stand by, caller. Stand by, caller. We got a caller on the line here.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, let me go. Let me hold that thought there. I'm sorry, I forgot about a caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Oh, hey, it's a Bucs Basement.
Oh, what's up, Bucs Basement? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, it's a win's a win. You can't deny
it. Counts for 2.
Terrible.
I know.
They look bad. It was a bad-looking game all around, man.
Bad-looking, ugly-looking win. I love those ugly-looking wins, don't you? You rather have an ugly loss here, Bucs Basement, or an ugly win?
Offensive play calling was suspect almost the entire game.
Okay.
Our run scheme must have went to Jacksonville because it disappeared completely
That's not. Listen, it's not the play calling. It's the offensive line.
Right.
It's the offensive. You juggle the offensive line at the last minute, which I still haven't gotten answers on what that's all about.
I think my biggest concern with this team right now, middle linebacker. Holy crap! If Levante goes down, whatever happens with him. Holy crap. It's a problem.
Well,
I swear we were at a funeral. Let me tell you something, man. It was an ugly game. Baker looked absolutely phenomenal at times, running for his life, taking hits, making sure he's getting the first down. I'll tell you what, my hat can't get tipped enough to what Baker did on that game.
He played his ass off today.
But if you're saying suspect offensive play calling, I don't know what game you were watching, because when Mike Evans took triple team and left Amika up the middle, down the seam, wide open, that ain't suspect. That was really good. And and please do me a favor. Don't act like they were playing some scrub team, because this could have went the exact other way around. Atlanta, believe me, had their chances of winning this football game.
Yep.
Tampa, let me tell you something. Tomorrow morning, when you look in the newspaper, it's got a W. They're 1-0. I don't care how you got there.
And that's a huge W. Huge W.
Yep, it sure is.
Because it counts for 2 in a divisional race. And look, I get it. Atlanta beat them twice last year. And again, this was an ugly win, but a win is a win. And also, the play calling is different because you don't have the best left tackle, possibly the best tackle in the game, and Tristan Wirfs. That will kind of change for you at this point. Stand by. Go ahead, JP.
But as you go out to the caller, I'm trying to still figure out what happened with this offensive line. Joe Bucs fan is reporting that on the Buccaneers radio network, Graham Barton said, "We felt like the juggled offensive lineup, that was our best combination."
Wow.
And said Barton would practice at left tackle as an emergency option.
Wow.
As an emergency option. So this wasn't something that they planned to do all week. On Buccaneers Radio Network, this also from Joe Bucs fan on Twitter, Ben Bredesen was asked when the Bucs decided to flip Graham Barton to left tackle and move him to center. He didn't directly answer, only to say, quote, something we had worked on throughout the week.
This was planned, JP.
So this is planned
this was planned, in my opinion, and this was last minute because they really didn't know how Atlanta was going to do it. And I got to be honest with you.
Was it planned or last minute?
I think it was planned, and then they implemented it last minute. That's just my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. You guys are going to know more than that. I mean, wouldn't that make sense?
It says it was something that they worked on during the week. I mean, was it something that they worked on during the week, saying this is what we're going to do? I mean, like, what happened to Charlie Heck? Did they just suddenly lose confidence in him? Did he get sick? There's been no talk of this all week long.
I'll tell you that line held up pretty good. They slid the protections over a couple of times. I started watching it. It looked pretty damn good, man. I'll tell you what.
I don't know. I got to go back and look at it, but I didn't think it was. When Bucky runs for 2.6 yards per carry, you're not opening a whole lot of holes, and that's to be expected when you shuffle the line like that.
Yep.
I mean, that's to be expected. You're not going to get any continuity in the running game. There's a lot of ways to look at it. First of all, if you had to go to that, which obviously they did, and you still win the game, holy crap, that's a hell of a win on the road. When you have to shuffle your offensive line at the last minute and still win, because they clearly they couldn't establish the run, which now as a play caller, you're really, really searching because you go into the game thinking, I got Bucky, I got one of the best offensive lines. I obviously missing Tristan Wirfs is huge. And I said this when we played Pittsburgh and Bucky had 8 carries for 12 yards. I said, is this the first time that we really seen this offensive line without Tristan Wirfs and in the run game and, going up against that Pittsburgh front with that most of the starters early on in the preseason game, and they couldn't move anybody. And I was a little worried, like, okay, so is this going to be a problem? We're not going to be able to run the football because Tristan Wirfs is out. And what we saw today was not that. That's my biggest worry right now is what's going on with this offensive line until Tristan gets back.
Well, I agree. I mean, again, you have Michael Jordan at left guard. You picked him up, in that preseason there as a starter. You didn't think he was going to see time. He's seeing time. You got Bredesen that's playing the center position, and you're switching. Graham Barnes. A lot of switching.
Yeah, you switched three different positions.
Right.
Which, I mean, instead of going with Heck and having everybody else the same,
right?
You switch 3 people. I mean,
it's okay to switch one, JP.
It's
okay to switch one and you make one switch. 2 is detrimental. 3 could be literally disastrous.
In the last week, even if you did it in the week.
Yep.
You were like, I mean, that's not enough time to get it ready. So, I mean,
we'll find out next week, man, real quick.
Yeah. That's still bizarre. Yeah, because that was not good. It's not good.
All All right, guys, comment on the Bucs' thrilling victory over the Atlanta Falcons here. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. JP Peterson of the JP Peterson Show. And, of course, my co-host here, Mr. Harry, the Greek professional handicapper extraordinaire. What else did you guys see from this game? Again, we talked about lack of running game. We talked about Ibuka and Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield there. Defensively, I didn't see enough pass rush. We saw Reddick later on. You saw Vea. We talked about that. But, JP, did you see enough from this pass rush? And I think the most disappointing aspect of this defense had to be Savasier Dennis, because we have talked about him. We talked to Levante David just a couple months ago at the Expo. He was excited about it. Fans were excited about it. And you get him. He doesn't even touch Penix. It looks before he gets that first down on fourth down. Yeah. He looks lost. The tackling wasn't good. The coverage wasn't good. In fact, they took him out and put in Deion Jones there later on in the game. So not as advertised as we thought. I mean, what did you think of Dennis and the rest of the defense there, JP?
Well, I think Servasia had a tough day. I mean, first of all, nobody wants to be out in middle of space with Bijan Robinson. I mean, let's give him a little bit of credit. It wasn't like he was going to tackle Larry Zonka in the flat. Okay, this Bijan Robinson, and you got half the field to cover. I mean, that's a tough ask. He got out there a little bit late. He got kind of suckered in on that other play where Penix dropped it over his head. These are just plays. We got to remember, this is his third or fourth game starting.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be fine. He just had a rough day. They kind of picked on him. And so, he had a rough day. He made some plays, but there were some pretty big gaps that really cost the team. There's no question about that. I mean, I thought Reddick was good. I mean, he was a step away from a bunch of sacks.
Yep.
Bowles said that after the game, that we came really close to a lot of sacks, and really did. I thought Penix did a great job of holding the ball right to the last second, and he took some hits. He took a lot of hits. Yeah, tough kid, man. Tough kid. He took a lot of hits and just kept on coming. That's why I'm so impressed with him. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. But we got close a couple times. Remember, we had one sack that was nullified, a big sack that was nullified. So correct. I thought the pressure in general, just the first glance, was pretty good. I think sometimes you just got to give credit to the quarterback. He had some great escapes, and he also got rid of the ball on time. And uncharacteristic for a young quarterback. He didn't hold the ball at all.
Harry, hold on. Harry, I know you're JP, thank you very much. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Harry, hold on. I know you have something to say about Penix. Let's go out to the phone lines. Abraham, welcome to the Evolution in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show here live from Tampa Joe's. Yes, go ahead.
Hello, fellows. Yeah, I think Atlanta played really good. I just think the Bucs left a lot on the floor, on the field, especially some of that overthrow to Otten, and there's another play. That was a miss. I don't know what it was, but I forgot. I can't remember right now. But they got lucky. But hopefully, hey, win is a win. But they got to play better. But I like the way that they put Barton at left tackle, because I don't think Heck would have withstood all that pressure that Raheem Morris came with on that defense. And I like Burleson at center. I mean, I like the way the O-line struggled a little bit early on, but they were pretty good in that pass blocking sequence, and but I think they left a lot desired of the way they played this week. They got to play. They got to step it up next week.
I don't want to see a habit of Bredesen being at the center moving forward.
No,
sorry guys.
No, I think that. I don't listen. I trust Bakucci and Kevin Carberry. I think they're tremendous coaches, and they know a hell of a lot more than we do.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I mean, that's why it's tough for me to second guess them. I think that till I get the whole story, I think maybe Heck got sick, or I don't know what the hell happened, because we haven't seen any of this in practice, and moving three guys that's desperation time. But I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll definitely find out here. Abraham, what else is on your mind today here on the Evolution?
Well, I mean, it's a good start. I mean, it's a good win, okay? But you know what? They got to play better next week against C.J. Stroud, because C.J. Stroud had their number. And don't sleep on the Texans, because they're a solid team. So that's all I got.
260 yards total offense today for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's
260.
Yeah, that's
with the W.
And they won the game.
With the W.
With the W. Good stuff there, Abraham. Appreciate the call. Let me give you the Ric Flair.
Woo!
All right, open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. After your Tampa Bay Buccaneers in thrilling fashion win in the fourth quarter. 13th career fourth quarter comeback by Baker Mayfield there. Once again to Ibuka for 25 yards to the touchdown. Harry, you wanted to talk about Penix because we kind of talked about him, his mobility. He's athletic. He's not Lamar Jackson, but he's able to scale the pocket, make things happen. You're exactly right, JP. And Todd Bowles was right on the money. You had a couple times there where you lose containment. He's able to escape, especially on that fourth down. He did that all day long. I mean, talk about Michael Penix there from Dade City.
Well, I'm going to go back to the original point when JP was talking about, actually when the caller and JP was talking about Savasier Dennis. That wasn't really anything that was unusual. The guy had an off game. The pass rush was mediocre, almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and you know what else it does. But, the pass rush is going to get a little bit better. However, with that being said, you have to tip your hat to Michael Penix. That kid can make every single throw while he's on the run. He knows how to scale the pocket. For the most part, they did a decent job trying to contain him, other than the fact that when they got down into the red zone, they just couldn't contain him at all. I mean, he waited for plays to develop. It opened up like the Red Sea, and he took off and ran up the middle, and he got into the end zone. With that being said, I think the Bucs defense did a really, really good job. They got the only one way you can go from there, especially with Savasier, is to go up. The guy is a really good football player. He just didn't show it today.
Definitely didn't show it today, JP. What else did you see from the game here? Kalijah Cansey, it looked like shades of last year there with Jaden Daniels. It looks like he's got Penix down, but somehow, some way, Penix reaches out. I thought it was a little bit short, but you look at the replay, the ball is just right there, and I'm like, I feel bad for Kalijah Cansey because not again, Cansey, but yeah.
No, great point. And you go back to the playoff game, and he had him. That would have been the difference in the game. And then this one, he's thinking, "Oh my God, this is going to be the difference in the game. I'm so close to making these plays." But I don't think Cansey. I don't think he showed up a lot today. I'd have to go back and look at the tape, obviously, but I don't think he had a sack today. I think we only had one sack, right?
One sack, and that was by Hassan Reddick. Tell you what, Save that thought. Let's go out to the phone lines. Eric Moreno, you're on with yours truly, along with JP Peterson and Harry the Greek. Go ahead.
Man, what a game, Peter. I mean, hey, 1-0. I was like, man, we might barely win this game. I said 24-20. After they got that second touchdown and we missed the extra point, I'm like, man, I hope they don't tie the game. I was nervous that last kick, and I'm like, yeah, they missed it. So yeah, big win. Troubled by the O-line. I think they'll be all right. Barton played tackle in college, so that's probably if he didn't have experience at tackle. They probably didn't trust him.
Well, it's different. It's a transition period, right? I mean, you're playing college left tackle, you're playing NFL left tackle here. He's not experienced with it. You wonder how much practice time. Again, was this a plan? Was this a last-minute thing? Did they watch the tape like Harry saw and told us about Heck and how he struggled and how the running game struggled? The running game still struggled. So, it's expected that Tristan Wirfs will be back by the third week. You hope that he's back. And again, it affects everything. And again, Josh Broussard is
I think week 3 is good.
Week 3. So hopefully they can get him back. But
that changes everything. That brings Wirfs back at left tackle, Barn back at center. Brederson, I think, is the only guy that's, Wirfs is one of the best tackles. Gedke is one of the best tackles. Barton, I think can be a top 5 center. Cody Mock was great, I think, top 10 guard. So Brederson is kind of and they got Elisha Klein over there, and then I think Michael Jordan played pretty good at guard too. That's his natural position. I think he started 10 games for the Patriots last year, the year before.
Right.
I think and then, get Morrison back next week. A and Dean playing pretty good today.
Dean, let me ask you, JP, did you think Dean, Eric, thanks a lot for the call. Use the second call, man. I appreciate you, all right?
Dean, Again, Drake London looked like he got hurt, but I mean, they held London down for the most part. See his numbers today.
I think he's got a shoulder. He might be
targets.
hurt.
Yeah, only 8 receptions on 15 targets. So
55, 8 for 55. They kept him in check. You know,
Jamel almost got beat for a touchdown late and probably got bailed out on a call. I think you could have called pass interference or holding because he was beat on that play. I don't know what technique he was playing. That ball down to the left sideline. If you remember that one, Harry.
Oh, yes.
JP, that was a coin flip on whether I
was waiting for that flag to come out.
I was waiting for it, and when it didn't come out, it didn't surprise me. But either way, it wouldn't have surprised me.
Yeah, and if he gets called there, they're setting up for the game-winning touchdown from the 1-yard line, and we're bitching about Jamel Dean. So.
Yep. And then Eric's calling in saying they should fire Todd Bowles, and everything just goes on and on.
Well, not Eric Moreno,
Saying,
that was another Eric.
I understand that, but they won. That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
Win, lose, or draw.
Winning changes the entire narrative today. If they had lost, we'd be really bitching about a lot of different things, which we should still bitch about. The outcome does not change how the game was played on the field, what the deficiencies are, and where they need to be better. I just think offensively, you got to throw the game out because of the late switch at the offensive line, and the fact that they got the job done is a miracle. They're 260 yards, and you win the game. Punt return was huge. Cam Johnson's punt return was huge.
Yes,
that turned into a touchdown, and that were some hidden yards there, but.
JP, I got to tell you, man, I've seen plenty of games with under 200 yards, and they've won. Yeah. And it was always still a good game. The yards
usually you got to get a lot of turnovers if you're going to win with 200 yards.
Yeah.
And the Bucs didn't get a turnover, right?
No, I don't believe they did. I didn't.
They didn't get a pick. Did they get a fumble?
They did not. They did not get a turnover in this game.
There are no turnovers in the game. Yeah.
Plenty of opportunities. Let's go out to the phone lines here. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Going once.
Eric,
what's up, buddy?
What's up? Todd Bowles is an excellent coach, but we need an offensive line guy from the Gators that we should have used.
Okay.
That we cut. But either than that, yes, we did great today.
Offensive lineman from where? What are you talking about?
I think he's talking about Desmond. He's not an offensive lineman.
The big fat man.
He's a defensive lineman.
Desmond Watson. He would have got.
He's making pizzas at Pizza Hut right now, guys.
Shut up, Eric.
I'm sorry, it's not Little Caesars, Peter. Okay.
You shut up. At Little Caesars, it's always Hungry Howie's. They got great flatbread pizza here at Tampa Joe's. Let's go out. Thank you very much.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. You like that one, huh, JP?
I do. All right, James Ludeman. I know you're trying to call Eric. Anything else here on the Evolution?
Come on.
No.
All right, good stuff. All right, so defensive line wise, I seen low.
Call screener needs to be better. Let's go.
Yes.
Well, let's get
Ludeman on.
Ludeman's coming on. James Ludeman, welcome to the Sports Web here in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Go
Knowles.
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy
Knowles.
Sunday.
What,
I don't want to hear your mouth, buddy. It was last week.
That's right. Go
move on.
Knowles.
Winners,
Roll Tide.
Winners move on. Winners move on. We won 73-0. We won. Get over it.
Listen. Are you you gotta get more excited here, James Ludeman. You gotta do me 3 things. Say, bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Come on.
There's plenty of nonsense being brought today,
I started
guys.
the nonsense. My bad.
Go for it. Three things. No, 3 things. Number one, I'm in Tennessee near Nashville. It's 72, and I'm outside grilling some New York strips, my guy.
Okay.
We are celebrating victory today. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you, it wasn't pretty by any stretch. There was a lot to hate. My only question, and JP, I want to ask you this because I know you've covered this team for so long. I'm really critical of Todd Bowles, and I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to do this thing this year where I'm trying to be a little bit more welcoming for different things with Todd Bowles.
Me too.
But my question is, how come is it every time in the fourth quarter, playoffs, regular season, game on the line, whatever, this man refuses to blitz? It never makes sense to me. And I understand that they did a lot of blitzing throughout, and yes, I'll give it to Atlanta. they were able to read the coverages, I thought, pretty well today for the most part. But in a game like this, you've got to send people. Like, these soft coverages.
Honestly, I have to go back and look at it, Flash, but I thought he blitzed too much today. I thought Penix had a really good feel of where the blitzes were coming from. He got the ball. That 50-yard play to Bijan Robinson was a blitz, and that's why there was nobody out there to help Servassier out, and there was nobody in the defensive secondary to come tackle him because they sent 6. So they scored. And I think they got burned a bunch of times on the blitz. And if you got a quarterback that's picking it up, you got to stop blitzing. Because he was in rhythm. He was like, he almost was inviting it. Like, okay, I see where you guys are coming from. I know where my hots are, and I'm hitting them. And he was. So at that point, you gotta beg off, in my opinion. You got to play a little bit more coverage. So I thought, and I agree with you in the macro. I do. I always feel like he pressures when he shouldn't, and vice versa, especially at the end of the game. But I think when the quarterback's kicking your ass, you got to stop blitzing, and I think they did that. They've made enough plays to win the game on defense. But
JP, let me piggyback on that really quick. First off, Todd Bowles in the last 4 years is top 5 in the National Football League, and I'll even go as far as top 3 year in and year out as blitzing, whether or not he's got a healthy defense or not a healthy defense.
Always.
As far as going toward the end of the game, yeah, you are correct. He doesn't typically blitz as much, but let me give you a reason why. They contain Penix for the most part, except he wasn't able to roll around on the outsides and get through as much. It was up the middle where he was gutting them. And I'll tell you what, if you blitz and it's coming from the middle, it's nothing but pay dirt going the other way. That's why they didn't blitz going on that last drive as much.
All right, Ludeman, what else?
Well, and to just kind of counteract that, like, to me, I'm watching this game today, and there were several times where these guys are playing soft coverages. And granted, you can look at it and go, well, yes, we didn't get beat 20, 30, 50 yards the whole time. But then you're still getting these chunk plays of 10, 5, 7, 10 yards. I mean, those add up in a 23-20 game. When is enough? And you just got to say, hey, listen, we're going to have to pressure this guy. And if you trust your defense that much, which, to be honest with you, there were times when they did, as JP mentioned, blitz today, and they got burned because the secondary just did not play well today.
Well, you just answered your own question, sir. Well, you just answered your own question. If he's not blitzing, you got to play zone.
Yeah, you got to play zone. I tell you,
you have to play zone. If they were getting by the blitz and you're tired of 5 and 10 yard chunks, that is a Todd Bowles defense. That's called a bend, but don't break defense. When they get down to the 20s, when they turn around and start to apply those pressure, I don't care if a team has 500 yards on offense. It doesn't make a difference. If you're trading touchdowns for field goals, I'll do it all day long. And last year was very indicative of what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were doing. This year, we don't know what's happening with that. But yes, I did see a lot of bend. But there was a reason for it.
And I think, it needs to be mentioned, and we didn't mention it. Ludeman, appreciate the call. As always, use that second one if you want to. Somebody else was trying to call in there from Indiana, so we'll see if we can get them on the line. Antoine Winfield Jr., what a major pass breakup.
Saved the game.
He did.
Saved the game. And this is the reason why, guys. When he's healthy, he's playing, top-notch football. That's a top-notch play. Once again, a Falcon killer, because it looks like the pass catcher has that. And at that point, the Falcons are in business. But Antoine Winfield Jr. With the pass breakup there. Tell you what, let's go out to I don't know who this is, so we're going to go ahead and call him. That's what we do here on the Sports Web. We're live.
All right.
Yes. So
thank you for calling 1-800.
What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Sports Web in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Go.
Hey, what's up, man? It's me, Javon from Brooklyn, New York. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's up, Brooklyn? Brooklyn in the house.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you close to Sheepshead Bay or no?
No, I could get to Sheepshead Bay. I work for New York City Transit, so I go through there.
Love it.
I go through there. All right. A couple of things. I don't want everybody to feed into the offensive line. I get what JP's saying. We only had 216 yards or 260 yards.
260 total, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want y'all to read into this. We all know when Wolves go back, everything is going to go back to regularly scheduled program.
That's right.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It'll go back. It'll go back to regularly scheduled program. Emeka Egbuka, I ain't got nothing to worry about him. I've seen him in the Big Ten when he played against my team, Michigan Wolverines. The boy is a stud. We ain't have to worry about him. He's going to be all right for us. He came through when it counted today like I knew he would. He's always been that way throughout his college career. That's nothing to worry about. And another thing is, too, shout out to Michael Jordan for holding it down at guard today. He did his thing. I want people to understand. We had to settle in. And we did what we were supposed to do. It was an ugly win, but it was a win. I'm satisfied with the win. We just have to tighten up on some things. We have to tighten up on some things and get ready for week 2. And another thing, Chase McLaughlin, you have to tighten up. There's no reason why you should miss that extra point like that. It was no reason. You have to tighten up, sir, or you'll be on borrowed time.
No, he's fine.
Hey, good.
You can't be perfect.
Yeah, you can't be perfect also, but you got to listen. You got one job, guys. You got to kick the ball, especially on the extra point. I know it's simplistic here, and McLaughlin has been Mr. Accurate.
There is something new here.
Yeah.
He's got a new holder, Riley Dixon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody's asking this.
Good thing for pointing that out. I didn't realize that he do have a new holder. I didn't know that. But I mean, he'll be fine. I just feel he has to tighten up in situations like that because even though it was a missed point after, as we get later on in the season, those missed points after is crucial. It could be a difference from a 3-point game to a 1-point game. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, Younghoe Koo, he missed his.
Yeah.
He got the win.
Weird.
And too much wind in the stadium, guys.
You got the win. And you know what? I didn't do this.
Somebody turned the AC on.
Yeah, I'm going to do
that. That's what I'm saying. What is it? The AC cool in the Mercedes Dome?
I don't know what the hell.
Hey, Brooklyn, I got a question for you before you go, okay? Because, I mean, this is like, it's not computing. This is like a Greek guy who speaks Yiddish. You're from Brooklyn, and you root for the Bucs, and you're a Big Ten Michigan fan. Please, the floor is yours because I have got to understand this.
Harry, look, when you from New York, you go against the grain. I go against the grain. I hate every New York team there is here in New York. I hate the Knicks. I don't like the Rangers. I hate the Yankees. I don't like none of them. They can say whatever they want.
Like the Liberty.
I don't like none of them.
Love it.
You don't even like the Liberty, do you?
You hate the Liberty.
I don't like the Liberty too. I could scoff at the Liberty too as I was.
How did this happen? You're from Brooklyn. No, I'm just curious.
I love it.
He goes against the grain. He told you. He's an against the grain
Against
guy.
the grain. You're either a Giants fan, you go against the grain, you're a Jets fan.
I ain't a Giants fan. What do I want to be a Giants for? I respect the history of the Giants, but I ain't going to be none of their fans neither. I ain't a fan of them. Every time I'm on the MetLife and I want to see the Giants or the Jets,
Peter,
I'm going out there to root for the Bucs against them to beat them.
Peter, you have got to cut. You got to cut this clip out and put that out there because I'm telling you now.
Put it out there. Put it out there. I don't care. Put it out there.
It's beautiful. You don't understand.
Thing.
It's Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the house. You represented
my
friend. You're a Bucs fan, and again, it just shows here. And by the way, use that second call because he came strong, and we'll do this because
I love that guy.
To do this.
Victory!
There we go. As the Bucs.
There we go.
20. Anything else here on the evolution?
No, man. I appreciate you for having me on, and let's just get ready for week 2. And the whole situation with Charlie Heck, I think that whole situation. I think it was last minute. Something probably he like JP said he could have been sick. He could have been whatever, or maybe they didn't have enough confidence with him. But things happen. So we'll see what happens. They may put Heck in there next week. Who knows? We'll see.
All right, my friend. Don't be a stranger. Use that second call if you want to. Love that. I mean, again, it shows you Bucs Nation reaches all across the United States, whether it's North Carolina, Texas, California, Oregon, Hawaii, Costa Rica, overseas there in the UK. The Sports Web, in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show, it reaches Bucs Nation. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll get out to the comments in just a moment. Got to get this guy on. He's been patiently waiting. And JP, we'll go ahead and get some final thoughts because I know that you've spent a lot of time here today watching the game, so I want to get you back to your day. But let's get this guy on really quick.
Mr. Kennedy!
All right. right, it's the best of the Bay, Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show as the Bucs survive the Atlanta Falcons in the Big A. They're 23-20. Go ahead.
I just simply, I've never seen a game that more encapsulated that there is an NFL script with the personal with the calls, and they're like, the Bucs will get their chance at home, but they give them the call, won't get into them. But also at the same time, made an argument for a game that there can't be no script because this was mayhem, and I can't decide if it was bad football because everybody's not playing like they used to, or if it's just a great NFC South rivalry, which I think NFL and the media and you, JP and Peter, have been talking about for a while, being the best rivalry here in the South is between these two teams.
Well, it is, and the Saints and Cam Jordan won't admit it, but yeah, I think the Falcon and Buccaneer rivalry is taking on a life of itself, especially these last couple years here. So, JP, you want to get some final thoughts? You want to hang out for a little bit here?
Yeah, I'll do some final thoughts here. I'm looking at some of the stuff on Twitter just to kind of get trying to get some clarity to the offensive line thing, and I still haven't gotten it. A final kind of why they switched it at the last minute. Did they switch it at the last minute? Was it something that they worked on during the week? There's a lot of different things going on because I think that's kind of the linchpin of the whole game because the offense, this is a team in the Buccaneers that they're going to be driven by their offense, and they were not good today. They got bailed out by their special teams and their defense. The defense finally won a game. I mean, it took a missed easy field goal for that to happen, but they made some plays. I mean, it was an 18-play drive at the end there that, calls going against them, but they made play after play. They gave up some as well. Bottom line was this was just a really scrappy win, and you love to go be on the 1-0 side of this instead of the 0-1. I mean, if you're the Falcons, you're just saying, how the hell did we lose that game? And you're really, really pissed. And we said that about both losses to the Falcons last year, right?
Yeah.
The Bucs won both of those games. So maybe this is just a regressing to the mean. It's karma, whatever you want to call it. It's a W. And guy, I'll just defer to, there was a lot of stuff that was not good today. But the stuff that was good is guys making plays. Winfield saving a touchdown. Baker, third down plays. Abuka with 2 touchdowns. There were so many things where guys stepped up and made plays when they had to. And in a moment when you win games like this, that's a good sign. It's a sign that you got some guys that know when to step up and make those plays. Good awareness. And they did it. They did what it took to win, and that's what you take away from this game. There's a lot to work on. Listen, they got to get through this first half, and get Wirfs back, get Godwin back. In the macro, when you're looking at this, is like survive the first half, go 4-4, go. If you can get to 5-4 before the break, I think I have it at the 9. I'll be ecstatic with that. And this is one. You got one because this team's going to get better as the season goes on. And the offensive line is going to get back to attack. The defense, I think, will get better. Remember, this is the first time they've played kind of this newfangled defense. A lot of good stuff, some bad stuff. So it's all about building for the future and getting better as the season goes on. It's just a rough start, but you got a W. You got a W in a division game. So
Yes.
that's freaking huge. That's you. And the end of the analysis is you got a dub and you played your C+ game in a division game. So take it and freaking run. Just get out of town. Get out of Dodge. I think we were not a whole lot of injuries in this game that I could think of. Nothing significant.
Yes.
So get out of Dodge. Take a 1-0. Get back to work and figure out what's going on with the offensive line.
And by the way, I'm going to mention this because it hasn't been mentioned because the fan base seems to be all over Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles today showed some marbles, if
He
you
did.
will, with going for that 4th down because
I thought it was a bad call. I thought that was a bad call. I want him to be aggressive, but going for it on your own 30 in a one-score game, what are we doing? That's not the aggressiveness that we
JP,
wanted.
He misses that. What,
oh my God!
What are we talking about? If he
Oh
doesn't
my
make
God!
that first down.
And let's be honest, that was about the 3rd read on that play for Baker to find Evans over the middle. So, yikes! And there was the timeout usage, which Bowles explained that the people upstairs told him that Tez caught the ball, which I could see, the first time that he bobbled it, and it's probably not a catch. And the second time I would have known, get up to let's run a freaking play. And instead we're calling a timeout. And then the ref said that they used replay assist. If they use replay assist, don't you get the timeout back? I don't know.
I think you do. You're supposed to, if I'm not
right. You're supposed to get it back. I think they adjudicated a lot of stuff wrong. I think we're going to get some apologies from the officials. But again, whatever. You got out 1-0, and you just get the hell out of town. Get the hell out of town.
I can tell you one thing, JP. The Magic 8 Ball, when they shook it, it's a missed field goal.
You said double blink.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Go ahead and promote yourself here on the Evolution of Sports Talk.
All right, we're gonna figure out all this offensive line stuff overnight. We're gonna get all the information. We'll have it for you tomorrow on the JP Peterson Show. We do it every day live, 10 to noon. You can find us on X, Facebook, YouTube, and at FanStreamSports.com. So join us tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have some guests on to try to figure out what happened in Atlanta. But it was a big win, and make sure you come join us tomorrow on the JP Peterson Show. Great job, Peter.
Thank
Ray,
you.
Great. Yes. Love to see you, boys.
All right. Let's all get together soon, JP.
Take care, JP.
Great JP Peterson of the JP Peterson Show. Once again, every day, 10 a.m. to noon. Let's bring it back here to the three amigos, the originals of the sports web, of course, Mr. Harry the Greek, and, of course, Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for Bucs fans out there, it's your time. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Tampa Joe's Get Out Here for Away Watch Parties, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. Want to go out to Instagram Live as we'll live on there. H. Shorty says, let's go Bucs. Absolutely.
Wait up, little boy.
Yes.
Wait up.
Let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs.
Bucs, baby.
Let's go Bucs. There we go. And Mame Steen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Peter Blake is number one. Appreciate that. I'll give you the Ric Flair on that. Because anytime you compliment the host, you get the Ric Flair. All right, guys, let's bring it back in here. Shall we read some comments? Because Facebook stars are open, YouTube super chats. If you love the content, give to the content here. This is what we do. This is our season, if you will. Ray, you just came on. Some other thoughts that you saw in this game. Your boy, Chase McLaughlin, a letdown today. I'm sorry. I know you love the boot. I know you love the leg. The leg, I don't know.
For the leg.
Yeah, wasn't good, my friend.
The thing is, I think JP kind of on his out there kind of encapsulated it, was that in all this other stuff that was going on, and you had another moment, like the good plays and the good moments, the Winfield, that all-pro save, that was literally the game. But also when Bucs scores his first touchdown, and then Mike Evans gets the ball and goes over and gets it for him, it's like you let him know, kind of like what Jaden Daniels did in the preseason, or I forget what game it was. And it was like, automatically I thought about how when we drafted Mike Evans in 2014, Vincent Jackson, VJax was here, and he had him under his wing. And we're talking about it, 50th year now, you're Buccaneers, and now you're starting to continue to see how that's the thing about football. I think it's like a seamless or timeless theme that just continues to go throughout the fabric of space, and who knows what the future holds. But there were memorable moments today, to say the least.
There were definitely memorable moments in this game. Harry, you got to bounce. I know handicapper extraordinaire, my friend. You got to win some shekels. I know you got some games that you're looking at.
It's halftime. I got to bounce, guys. It's really lovely hanging out with you guys. But seriously, great win for Tampa. Just remember, it's always better to be lucky than good. I don't care how they won it. They won it. They didn't get 300, 400, 500 yards of offense. They're going to clean up a few things. I still think they revamped that offensive line, and I believe in my heart that was planned. It'll never come out that way, but I'm telling you, I think it was planned. I think Tampa did the ultimate thing. They just threw some wrench in the spokes, and it really threw Atlanta for a little bit of a loop. Peter,
yes.
Ray, I hope you guys have a great one. We'll catch you guys later. I've got to go make some wagers, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. I think we're going to change that time back to 9 o'clock now for Harry and everybody else. So 9 o'clock, the Evolution of Sports.
Not for me, buddy.
Well, change it back for me, or we'll just change it to 8 if you want. We'll keep it at 8.
Tomorrow's Monday night, guys. There's a Monday night football game going on. It's opening season. Sorry about that. I thought we already had this agreed on, that you were going to try to go a couple of hours early.
We did.
That way we could do this together, but it's not a big deal. You guys have a blessed day. I hope everything is good. Go Bucs. And Peter, we'll talk to you later.
You know what? I probably will take you up on that. Maybe we'll do an earlier show, a Reaction Monday show, my friend.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
All right. See you later. We'll come back to the 2-shot here. We'll come back to this. Let's go and read some comments. Open phone lines, though. Thanks a lot, guys, for calling. I want to go out to this guy here. We take phone calls. We call people back. I don't want to miss anybody's phone call. This guy right here talking to me throughout the game, stressing me out. It's like a roller coaster ride sometimes. Rick, the director, Rick Danville.
Hello.
Welcome to the Evolution, my friend. I know you have some things on your mind. Go ahead.
Well, as you know, I predicted us to win the entire way.
Sure you did.
Yeah, I just go for those texts and stuff like that with you, bringing up all the bad stuff.
Sure.
Because that's how I ward off the irony gods.
That's
works.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
You do. You say you said one time at some point, man, we're not getting any pass rush, and then Hassan Reddick with the sack, and I'm like, you were saying? I mean, I think it's working. I think it's definitely working, my friend. Yes.
They're listening to me up there, yes. But the couple things I really did want to mention to you. Obviously, we didn't look extremely sharp today. There's a lot of passes that even Baker himself said he wanted back, and that's fine. I mean, I still love Baker. I think he's a gamer, and we are fortunate to have him, and he made up for it on some clutch rushes himself, and then, of course, some unbelievable passes to Emeka that scored touchdowns. So that's all good there.
Yes.
But the pass rush bothers me. I think I even said that to you in a text that maybe we should just ward off and decide that we're not going to do a pass rush anymore. From now on, we'll just stop the run because every time we try to get to the quarterback, we have a roughing call. So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah,
But-
I got to ask Ray, you see these two calls, especially the Vea. I don't know what Vea is supposed to do at that point. I get it. It's a helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet.
I mean, but he's hitting the
was it though? I mean, he put his hands up because he figured he can go shoulder pads like every coach has done since, Pop Warner in 1953. Instead of going, and the thing that's ironic is that obviously because of the safety rules for quarterbacks standing still in the pocket. But my first reaction, I turned to Tristan and I went, well, then next time he has to put that face mask right there on that chest plate and you put him out for 3 months with 3 broken ribs. Now, by that, you play by the letter of the law, although they might get you for pounding him or putting him down when you put him down. So I didn't like the call, but I didn't like the call.
Well,
I understand what you're saying, and that makes total sense. And to me, the only other thing that's going to end up probably happening in the very near future is they're going to end up hanging flags off the side of the quarterback's side because this is getting ridiculous.
Well, they should date. I mean, they should have a date at this point. If you can't hit a quarterback, just take him out on the date at this point because
I'm going to say this.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
If you have a problem with that, go get a quarterback like we have. Baker, he runs out of the pocket. He goes looking for that trouble. Just go get yourself one of those.
There you go. And I wish he wouldn't sometimes.
Right.
I wish he'd slide a little more, but that's part of the reason why we love him. But one of the things I also wanted to mention that I don't think I've heard anybody else mention, but they did mention on the broadcast, Jonathan Vilma, which I thought did a great job of bringing up some key things that we didn't look for. When we talk about Emeka Egbuka, that run, that touchdown pass to Irving, when they talked about him, coming back and being selfless and making that block, which is what freed up Irving to be able to make that dive at the end zone.
Correct.
Those are little things, like they said, that you don't see on TV or hear about, but they'll be talking about in the room, showing you that this guy is the complete professional out there. Not only is he great doing what he does, but he's selfless. He's going to be out there for the team, and I think we have a superstar budding right here, and I can't wait. And if you really think about it, even though we pretty much did so many things, I think, to just basically give Atlanta every opportunity to win that game, I'm not sure if we're going to have to start looking for a new kicker now. But we also, if you think about it, Wirfs was out of there. They shuffled the O-line just before the game. I expected to see Charlie Heck out there. And then all of a sudden, Michael Jordan comes out of retirement from the goals to play. So I don't understand what's going on there. Plus, also, we were missing Godwin. We were missing Izzy. So, with all that stuff, and we still found a way to win at Atlanta in such a crucial game. And a lot of people talk about, it's just one game. It really isn't. That was a divisional game.
Yep.
That was on the road to Atlanta, a team that swept us last year, a team that we're probably going to be fighting for the division for this year. And every other team in our division lost. So to me, hats off. We got it done when we had to. Now we got to, find a way to get rid of all the little stuff, find a way to get to the quarterback without a roughing call. But other than that, I thought the defense looked better than last year. They played the run against Bijan Robinson. You held him under 50 yards rushing? Come on now.
That's what you want to do. Look at the numbers. You're exactly right. You being a director, I'm going to get back to that in a moment. But 12 carries for 24 yards. Tyler Algier, 10 carries for 24 yards, and Michael Penix Jr. 6 for 21 as he the Bucs defense lost containment. You got to give credit to where credit is due. But going back to that script, and by the way, we got to figure out how you can put me in a movie, Ray in a movie, Harry in the movie, something along those lines. You're a great director, do some great horror stuff. You could definitely promote that on this show anytime. But it certainly seemed like the NFL script was in there, was all the penalties in that last drive. That drive, it seemed like it went forever there, my friend. 91 yards with multiple penalties. What did you think of that?
I don't know what's going on. We had to beat the Falcons and the refs today. I mean, some of those calls, especially like the one there at the end with Penix with the diving for the touchdown. I mean, how does that even happen with all the stuff that happened there? So I don't know what's going on. It just seemed like the NFL wanted Atlanta to win that game, and I'm glad we were able to pee in their Cheerios and and get that done because it just was ridiculous. Some of the calls, but the good thing is the refs get graded too, so I think some of them are going to hopefully get chewed out or replaced or whatever the case may be. But like I said, at the end of the day, we gave them every opportunity to stay in that game. But considering that Atlanta's supposed to be our main competition for that division, to go into their house and take that win anyway. I even said it before the game. If we win by 1 point, I don't care. I just want to get out of there with the win, be 1-0 in that division, not have to worry about going to see them. Next time we play them, they have to come to our house, and we'll be a whole different team by then.
Love it. Good stuff, Director. Mr. Rick Danford here. I think JP has the grade for the refs today.
F you, F you,
Can you say it on the air?
F you, and F you. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
All right, Director. Appreciate you as always. Continue to call the Evolution. Don't be a stranger.
Absolutely.
Use that second call, my friend. All right?
Take care, brother.
All right, take care. Let's go out to the phone lines here. Welcome to the Evolution. What's your name? Where you calling from? You're on with yours truly. Well, I guess they're not on. Let's try this again because, we got one phone line. We continue to ship back and forth. The damn producer is all over the place today. Oh, yeah, that's me. So let's go ahead and see if we can get somebody on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? You're on the Sports Web here live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson for your Bucs away watch parties along with NFL watch parties. Go ahead.
It's your guy, Frankie, a.k.a. the heel mark. I got a new number.
All right, my friend. I see that Wisconsin zone. Once again, we had New York. Now we got Wisconsin in the house. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
All right. So your thoughts on this? I think Buka was your guy, Bucky Irving last year, Buka this year, right?
I said he's going to get it. Rookie of the year. I guarantee it. Bucky got snubbed last year. I'm sorry. He should have been in the running for Rookie of the Year.
I agree with you on that.
We had Jaden Daniels.
Right.
How can you take away from Jaden Daniels?
Well, I like Kalijah Cansey to make that tackle at the goal line so he could take away from Jaden Daniels. I like him to make that tackle against Michael Penix. I think Mr. Cansey will get one of these quarterbacks eventually down on the ground. But I agree with you. Jaden Daniels, what a tremendous year and how he led that team to
it's exciting to watch that Commanders team now.
Yes, absolutely.
And do you know how hard it is for me to say Commanders when we've been saying Redskins for so long?
Washington football team, Commanders, I don't care. I just hope the Bucs meet up with them because we got a little revenge. We talked to Levante David and the offseason, Tristan Wirfs. They got a bad taste in their mouth. It's time to get that bad taste out and take it out on that Washington Commanders team, whatever the hell they want to call themselves this year. Go ahead. What else, Frankie?
Man, it was an exciting game to watch.
Did you? How many times did you almost have a heart attack watching that game? Because it was a roller coaster ride, my friend.
I gotta say, the first play, the first touchdown. I hate to say this, one of my favorite football players is playing for someone else in our division, and I hate it.
And who's that?
I've been a Bijan Robinson fan since he was in Texas.
Okay.
And when he came to the NFL, I'm like, dude, that motherfucker's going to blow up.
Easy. We like the passion here, but okay, come on now, a family show here.
Yeah. My bad. I say he is going to blow up. He's going to blow up big.
Well,
then he ends up with the Falcons.
He didn't blow up today against this Bucs defense. The Bucs defense blew him up. How about that?
Well, that opening touchdown.
Well, yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. That opening touchdown. You get him in an open space.
Well,
he's like Alvin Kamara. He
did have 6 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown. I agree with that. Running game, he was ineffective, but passing game definitely much to be desired when it comes to the pass coverage. It looked like it was Sabasi Dennis a couple times there. blown coverage, which a lot of Bucs fans were used to last year with this defense. All right,
you see how Todd's rolling that defense now. Like when you had Cervacci's getting blown up on the top right, now all of a sudden you took out Hassan from the bottom up top. You brought Yaya, bounced him down bottom. Hassan went out, and you brought in
Deion Jones in there also. Deion Jones. I mean, I'd say it's a perfect rotation, but Deion Jones coming there after Dennis blew the coverage, and I think that was more of Jones knows the defense. He's a veteran. Maybe Dennis was tired at that point, but you just can't have those blown coverages because Frankie's exactly right. When you get Bijan Robinson out in space, he'll make you pay, and he definitely did to this Bucs defense. What else, Frankie?
So I got two more questions for you.
Sure, go for it.
The first one, I don't know if you guys touched on this, but like there's a lot been going on with my life. Did you guys, by any chance, talk about the Micah Parsons? Because for a week, I literally saw that he was linked to Tampa Bay, that he was coming to Tampa.
Well, listen,
it was a possibility he was coming to Tampa.
Let me tell you why there's no possibility of that happening. As talented as Parsons is, first and foremost, if you trade for him, you're trading multiple first-round picks. Jason Light doesn't necessarily like to do that. He's 26 years old, supposedly a generational talent. But if you trade for Parsons, you also have to pay him. So you can't extend a Luke Gedeke. You cannot extend Zion McCollum. And we know that Light likes to sign his own players. He's a master at that. Master class done this week by the organization and by him signing those guys. And again, they're not going to count that much against the salary cap. So he likes to take care of his own instead of going outside of the organization. So I never thought they were in contention for him at all. I thought it was nonsense.
Well, I'm just saying what I saw online.
Well, a lot of that, again,
I saw that he was linked to coming to Tampa.
It's clickbait.
Like,
it's clickbait.
We needed
AI.
It's clickbait, AI. I don't care what it is. I didn't see it happening because if you sign Parsons, this is the point, Frankie. If you sign Parsons, then you're not able to sign your own players.
It's a huge contract you got to deal with afterwards, which that was my only concern. Like, even if we get him, we'll probably have to give up the farm to get him.
Right.
But there's a huge contract that's going to come with it, and that's what scares me.
Well, make no mistake about it. If there's a free agent that's got 1 year left on a contract or wants to come here at a point in the next year, or and even if it's a $40 million or $45 million a year contract, if you're talking about a Micah for a 1 year and you can work it into the cap and spread it out, like a Tom Brady, we seem to be able to recover from some of that. Okay, they're going to make that move. But you guys are right. Giving up those 2 first rounders and then having to sign that big contract, you're taking yourself, you've been in a 5-year honeymoon still trying to chug along and literally handicapping yourself. But as long as there's AI, I think there's going to be 32 teams that have stories somewhere or murmuring about someone like this, like a Micah Parsons, every time there was moving forward. Keep it here on the Sports Web, and Frank, you know this, and Peter will keep you locked in with what's real and what's not. So we got you locked in there.
We got you locked in, and listen, family member, my mom is guilty of this. She'll send me stories, and I'm like, listen, that is nonsense. That is clickbait trash. Don't believe everything that's on Facebook. A lot of that stuff is overseas. Not saying anything against people, but they're trying to get clickbait. They're trying to get you to click on it because it's all garbage. So don't believe everything that you read all the time.
The one thing when I Googled, I said, "Who is Micah Parsons linked to?" And it literally popped up like 5 teams.
Yeah, well,
it said, and Buccaneers were on the bottom of the list of the top 5.
I get it. But it's just slow news cycle.
Don't forget, Frankie, that list is produced according to the algorithmic searches of you and your online tastes. So you're going to have Wisconsin, you're going to have the Bucs, you're going to have someone's going to have the Patriots.
I look at the Buccaneer stuff all the time. So the last thing I want to ask you about,
yes,
and I don't know how much you paid attention to the other games, but I got Red Zone that pops up, so I get to see all the highlight stuff.
No longer commercial free, by the way. Yes.
And I can't remember which game it was, but it was like almost halfway through the first quarter, there was like a full-out brawl that broke out between the 2 teams. I want to say it was the Commanders and the Giants because
I did not see
somebody basically like suplexed the guy when he was tackling him.
Yeah, I did not see that. I didn't see it, Frankie.
Oh, gosh, it was awful. But, like, I made the comment. I was like, hey, you guys are not learning correctly. It's a spitting game now. There's no throwing punches.
No. There's no spitting in this. All right, Frankie, appreciate the call, my friend. You use that second call if you want to, all right? No spitting here. I'm tired of talking about spinning. Let me go ahead and give somebody else a call because we don't want to miss our calls. We love you guys here. Open phone lines, not for long, but get on the phone lines. Let's go out to Ed Kirby. Ed, welcome to the Evolution after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeat the Atlanta Falcons in a thriller. Michael Jackson thriller, 23-20. Go ahead.
That's right. Go, baby, go. Go Bucs.
Yes, let's do a victory. Victory! Right there. Go ahead.
So happy to fire the cannons after the whole offseason.
Yeah. Well, we definitely want to fire those cannons, as always. And, it was a roller coaster ride. I think a lot of Bucs fans were on that roller coaster as it goes up and down. And the worst possible start that you could have to a game with Bijan Robinson going untouched for 50 yards. I think a lot of Bucs fans, I heard it from them, saying, oh, here we go again with the Todd Bowles defense. But once again, this Bucs defense stood up when they needed to stand up, make plays, get pressure, stop them on fourth down, and stop them a couple times there on the goal line. Of course, with the refs being aided with the penalty situation, which is ridiculous. But go ahead, Ed.
Well, here's the thing that we'll never get out of the Falcons' DNA, which is choking. Ever since they lost that Super Bowl, choking is in their DNA. They need a major culture shift. The same way when we brought in Bruce Arians, we had a major culture shift. Raheem, they just brought back Raheem. Like, he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, but they're going to choke again. Whether it's the middle of the season, the end of the season, they're going to choke. And I'm not saying this as I don't really mind the Falcons. They don't bother us that much, except from last season,
Well, I mean, it comes down to coaching. Is Raheem Morris going to be that guy with all the talent there? Is he eventually going to be on the hot seat? I mean, we know NFL means not for long. I know he's in the second season, but can he get it done? Couldn't get it done today. They did have an opportunity to tie it and go into overtime there, but you're also look at those opportunities where the Falcons settle for a field goal instead of scoring points. Give credit to that Bucs defense, Ben, but don't break.
So I got a couple points about the defense too.
Sure, go for it.
Hassan Reddick, even though he didn't light up the stat sheet, that sack that he had was exactly the reason why we signed him. Right. A sack master that's going to get a sack in third or fourth down, whenever it is, when you need to get the ball back. He did his job. He's going to get better.
Well, and again, you look.
I've seen them getting close. I saw Diaby. They were. Penix was brave for sitting in there because they were getting close. They were getting very close.
They were getting close, and again, credit to where credit is due. Penix with that fast release, getting rid of the ball, and also able to scale out of the pocket, get out of harm's way. But there were a couple times they were close. Definitely the pressure picked up in the second half. I agree with that.
But listen too, Peter, you can tell this team has grown. We were thinking the collective of Bucs fans when they were marching down the field and they got that touchdown, so on and so forth. And we were like, oh man, is this going to happen again? We've won some close ones, but we've lost some close ones too. This is a good way to start the season. We're showing that our bad habits could be behind us, and we're serious.
Well, I mean, that's what it comes down to.
What? Oh my God!
All right, so I think you're dealing with something. So
come on.
All right. All right, we got to let you go, man. We appreciate the call. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully,
but you know what? The thing is, Pete,
something like that. Yes,
there's this thing going on in the NFL, and it's not just because we just got done beating up on the Falcons today. But every time I turn around, I hear this thing about how Bijan Robinson is the number. If you can get him number one pick, he's like, this is, so and so from years ago, or the number one pick. And I look at today, he's on the sideline in some of the most important downs, and he was just talking to Kirby. There was talking to the dysfunction with the Atlanta team. It seems like there's something they haven't gotten past yet with this talent. Or are they just still wearing the chain around the neck from the previous regime, I guess.
All right, let's go out to Gene from Arizona of Buck What You Heard. Welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, the Rolex Reporter, along with Mr. Tampa Bay Ray, best of the Bay, Ray Kennedy. Go ahead.
Peter Blake, Tampa Bay Ray, what's going on, guys?
Listen, how many times did you have a heart attack today? This edition of the Bucs game brought to you by Tum to Tum Tum Tums. because acid reflux was in effect, especially for some points in the game, the first half, the first quarter of that game. Definitely.
If you are an old school Bucs fan, and you know what, I'm not going to go all the way back to the 80s or 90s or any of that. I'm talking about since Raheem Morris was the coach in Tampa. You know that these are the games that people used to freak out because the defense would do their job and somehow the game would slip away.
Yes.
So what Tampa, and I love what the other previous caller was talking about. This is a team that a couple of years ago, we can go back to 2019. This was a team that if they were down like this and they got punched in the mouth in the first quarter, it's a wrap. That game is over.
Yep.
But what we saw from them, and again, and I'm guilty of this today because I hate Atlanta. I know you guys are pretty unbiased. If there's always a division rival you dislike. It used to be Green Bay, and Atlanta has replaced Green Bay for me since we've been in the NFC South.
It's still New Orleans with that surly Cam Jordan because he still won't shut up about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In fact, I wish somebody would put him through a table at this point so he would just shut the hell up.
What's interesting about that, I want to add some insight.
Yes.
Our rockstar GM at the time, Mark Dominic, had a chance to pick him, and he didn't do it. He passed on him.
Yes.
And I know deep down that's the reason Cam Jordan has heat for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes, he does. They selected Adrian Claiborne instead. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And I'm 100% positive that's what it is. Me and him go back and forth. He's starting to get back into wrestling, but that's for another time. But again, that's pretty much what that is. But kind of getting back to this game here, Baker Mayfield is the real deal. He's legit.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of what people say about him, he had a rough start, but he righted the ship. And when he had opportunities to score, he got in and scored.
Yep.
And the first 4 weeks of the NFL season is overreaction. They're all overreaction weeks. So what you're seeing right now in week 1, you're not going to see in week 5.
And of course, it's going to get better because you're going to get Chris Godwin here, and after most likely your week 4, maybe a little bit longer, and then of course Jalen McMillan after week 9. So this offense can get even more explosive.
You kind of stole my thunder with what you got the number 1 and number 2 receiver doing.
Yes,
where they had to pay attention to Mike Evans, and that opened the door for Ibuka. Am I pronouncing it right?
Ibuka, yes, Emeka Ibuka. Yeah, you got it. Mm-hmm.
And what he was able to accomplish, I mean, it's because they were keyed in on Mike Evans. Imagine what they could do with the Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Ibuka on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
It is.
But again, it comes back to the creativity of this offensive coordinator. For me, the jury's still out. First week of the season, they get a win, whereas last year they got swept. So I'm happy with where this team is starting out. Carolina lost, New Orleans lost, and Atlanta lost. So that's just a good start for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I mean, it's a great start. I mean, all division opponents in this division lose. So now you're 1-0 and you're over everybody else. And of course, you already feel like you're up 2 over the Atlanta Falcons.
Can I ask you guys a question, though?
Yes, go ahead, Ray.
So again, we talked about the offense, offensive coordinator Grizzard and all. It was so funny because they showed that statistic late in the first where it was they were at 100 and something yards, and my son Tristan had to take a picture of the TV real quick, and the Bucs were at 2, and it was like. I swear it was like you have a car that you didn't expect it to not be starting this morning. It doesn't have to be cold or the middle of the summer, but you got to get to work, and it doesn't start. Like it doesn't turn over, and all of a sudden your first thought is, oh, what is it? How am I going to deal with this thing? And then it does turn over, it goes right through. You get no service light, and you're happy. I had that feel like it just took Grizzard, and then the moment the Bucs found a little bit that worked, now they got the flow going. Now we're making their defense react to our offense instead of our offense trying to push for that soft spot in the defense. But I want to talk about the offensive line. I want to ask you guys, and I know I've rambled. I asked Tristan, I said, did it feel like a flex that you can take, your starting right tackle all-pro who moved over from left tackle all-pro. He's not here. We're keeping him till we get on some soft grass and make him ready. We can flex out last year's first-round center to left tackle when Heck's out. And still, there were a lot of things to clean up, but still get through a game. And if you're the teams facing this Buccaneers offensive line or their defenses, you got to look at that as a flex, even though they didn't mean it to be, I'm sure.
Well, to me, I think the flex was, Todd Bowles with that offense struggling, and, he has enough, let me steal a wrestling term here, testicular fortitude to go for it on fourth down, goes for it because your offense is struggling at that point. You're able to go for it. You have enough confidence. And, of course, maybe they don't get a touchdown, they get a field goal, but that starts it off there. But you're exactly right. With that offensive line, they did have their moments today, but it is nice to have, once again, going back to what Jason Light's philosophy is, not only getting high-character guys, I am man, but also getting flexibility with that offensive line. I mean, talk about this, Gene. How did you think that offensive line played today?
The word that comes to mind is multifaceted.
Very nice.
And we've seen that with a lot of the draft picks that Jason Light has made over his career in Tampa. Guys that are able to go and play in a different position, and you're not having to go and find somebody off the street. You've got a guy that can just do just as well on another position along that line. One thing I will say about what Tampa did today, they started out a little rocky, but they righted the ship.
Yes.
This is week 1. And I don't know how many times in the past, and I have to keep going back to this because people don't really realize what a special organization this is right now with what they've done and how they've improved. There have been times where offensive line was atrocious. We didn't go back to 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
And the cupboard was bare.
Right.
They totally wiped everything out and started over from scratch. And what Jason Light has been able to put in here, and they've lost players like Kappa, who came in and he was a contributor. You lose Ali Marpet, and they still continue to have solid offensive line play. And we haven't seen that. We have just, as Bucs fans, even back in the previous Super Bowl era, we didn't see that type of high-level offensive line play like we're seeing right now. So I'm proud of this team. I mean, I think the sky is the limit. And when you look at that schedule top to bottom, there's nobody. If the Bucs play their game and they don't get in their own way, I don't see a team that they can't beat. I'm not going to say they're going to win, sweep, and win everything, but
don't say the U word.
Well, listen, again, you can't get off to those bad starts, but if you do, you're able to overcome that. You're 100%. Good enough. As we said, Baker Mayfield didn't necessarily have his best game, but what has Baker shown you throughout his time with the Bucs? He's gritty enough. He's able enough to overcome that, even with his struggles, to still make plays. I love the fact that you've got a quarterback that, again, just reminds me of Brett Favre. He's going to put it all out there on the line. He doesn't care if he's going to take the big hit. He's going to try to get that third down. He's going to try to get, enough to be successful, dive, do whatever it takes to make sure this offense is successful. And it's the reason why he's a direct reflection of this locker room and why this locker room loves him so much, and why most likely, if he continues to play, he'll play better than he did today. But if he continues on this track the last 2 years, he'll earn a contract extension.
And one more thing before, I know you got other callers, and one more thing I did want to mention about Baker Mayfield. The guy makes plays with his legs.
Yeah.
And it's not when you're expecting it. Baker will come out of hey, I'm not going to pass. I'm going to make this play with my legs.
Right.
And he wills himself to make these plays. And what that does is that puts the defense on their heels, because now you have to account for Baker, and you can't focus on your tight ends and running backs coming out of the backfield, and you have to account for Baker Mayfield. So you're taking a defensive player away from where you could double or play in a specific scheme, because you have to account for Baker Mayfield and what he could potentially do.
Makes lots of sense, Gene. Thanks a lot for the call, my friend. Don't be a stranger. Use that second call, all right?
All right, man. I love you guys. Do a great job, and
thank you.
I will talk to you later.
We'll give you the Ric Flair right there, and I won't put you through the table, although I wanted to put the refs to the table with the egregious calls they had during this game. Yes, I did. I
no
said that.
doubt about it.
All right, my friend.
All right, fellas.
There you go. Buck, what you heard right there, Mr. Gene Thomas from Arizona. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll get out to the comments. I promise. The phone calls have been fast and furious, if you will, as your Bucs survive 23-20 over the Atlanta Falcons. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, along with Best of the Base Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Let's go out to this right here, Africa 101 on YouTube. Thanks a lot. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. YouTube Super Chats are wide open if you love the content. Put it in the box. A freaking roller coaster ride. Go Bucs, go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy.
Go Bucs.
Wait up.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs. All right, let's go out to Christopher Cole. Still can't catch the interceptions. Dean almost gave up a touchdown because he wasn't paying attention. I mean, it's the Jamel Dean method, if you will, of watching a wide receiver run right past him, and it nearly caught up to him once again today.
Pete, has there been any I'm sorry. Has there been any update on McCollum's shoulder? Because we obviously saw where he came in and he stood up that tight end or that fullback that was blocking on that play, and you're thinking, that's how a guy like him who just got the balls to the wall and is heading downhill on that play. After the game, was there any talk on that shoulder? Or something that we have to look at moving forward? Have you heard?
I've not seen anything. I'm not a doctor and don't play one on TV, but we will try to get that's okay. We'll try to get the medical report as it comes out. Yes, definitely. There you go. But you're exactly right. Interceptions. McCollum had an opportunity to get 2 today. 1 that would have taken points off the board. You got to get that. I mean, that goes back to 7 interceptions last year. You got to improve on that. Benjamin Morrison coming back next week. Jacob Parrish getting some playing time. Saw him flash a couple times. LFG Bucks love it.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go out to Michael Hulk. LFG Falcons kicker McLaughlin sucks too. Bunch of sucky kickers today.
That's great enough to suck right there.
It would, Tom. I think Tom would have taken both kickers out back and pretty much said you can look for a ride home at that point, especially McLaughlin. Anyone else have a heart attack?
Pieces kaput.
Yes. Well, I nearly did have a heart attack 1,000 times as I was watching the game here live from Tampa Joe's. Get out here, Bucs fans, for your away watch parties, NFL away watch parties. 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa, along here with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. You got to get out here. The place is amazing. The food is even better. The peach wings. Everybody thought I was joking. Who eats peach wings? Peach were really good. Peach wings.
That sounds good.
Little spicy to it. Little spice to it. Oh, sweet, yeah. And then you got some celery and some blue cheese with it. It's
Peter,
good
it's like you and I doing another live game day show. A little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour.
That's what it is, my friend. Sweet and sour. That's what they call it. Matthew Wells says only one game. One game doesn't define a whole season. I agree. Again, I'm not sitting here saying you should be the happiest fans on earth. But listen, we've been through this before with the Atlanta Falcons. You saw it last year. Would you rather have a close loss and it looked pretty, or would you have an ugly loss where you win? An ugly win if you win. It's been a long day. Sorry. Michael, better tighten up. He's on borrowed time. We're Virgin Boys. Emeka Ibuka. Keep on saying it. As I said, coming into the season, I believe he's going to have the same type of impact as Mike Evans as a rookie did. Here's the stars for the start of the season. Thank you very much for Facebook stars. Follow that lead from Michael Hall. Let's go out to Dave here. Let's go, Koo. Let's go, Koo. And Tom Brady says,
that's great enough to suck right there.
Dave says Ibuka. Yes, that's the word of the day. Ibuka. Can you say it? Emeka Ibuka.
Ibuka.
Okay, it's not the stuff that you drink, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. It's
I say kombucha.
Oh, geez. How great was it that AWJ was the guy to slam the door on the Falcons? I mean, he's done that. We've talked to Antoine Winfield Jr. before. I mean, what did you think of that play by Winfield Jr.? Once again, I believe he can return to that form of 2023 where he clearly was the best safety in the game.
Brother, and go back to that interview you just had with him at the show you had over there in Tampa, and he's sitting next to you. He just rolls right up next to you. Oh, this is an all-pro NFL player, a second-generation, all-pro player, and he sits down with you and just talks ball and comes on there. So, we've known that about this kid since Little Tweez, since Big Tweez was a player with the Vikings. But that play today, it was huge. And we still the jury might still be out a little bit on the secondary. It's again, one thing is it's one game, right? But at the end of the day, you started to see some of these changes in philosophy on this defense and how Todd Bowles is just moving chess pieces going up against a Raheem Morris, who himself is also a defensive chess master. So it makes sense that this was a defensive type game with two teams that have potential for offense. And I think the NFL I think the next time we play them, it's an 8 o'clock Thursday, or was it a Sunday night game?
Yes, it is. I believe it is I think it's I think it's Thursday night. We'll have to check the schedule. But you know what? Raheem Morris and the Falcons were playing checkers, and Todd Bowles and the Bucs were playing chess. Open phone line. Thank you very much. 727.
I'm here all week. Tip your
Yes, I'll be here all week. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Listen, you set me up for it, and I'll knock it out of the box. Let's go out to Donald here. How great was it? So it was great. Dave says the Vea roughing call was total. Agree. I don't know what you have to do. I get the helmet to helmet shot, but I think it looked a lot worse than what it was.
Peter, can I ask the question real quick? Because we're talking about if this would have been a loss game, probably would have had 7,000 times the amount of calls, even though you were having a great response in this reaction show to this game. But that for them to call it incomplete. And then even though the way you're looking at it, you're like, oh, I'm sure this guy's a top-notch A receiver, and he's going to have it as he rolls over. You could not definitively say the ball didn't move, but they turned that over. That's the kind of play that starts to go, this is part of the script. This is the Matrix. I'm Neo, and now I see the ones and zeros.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Red pill or blue pill at this point.
I'm glad we got the blue.
Yes,
Victor.
there you go. That's right. Well, you got the red pill. Red for the Bucs. Right? No?
Very nice, yeah.
No, thank you. Baker got hit in the head on the last drive. Nothing. Agree. Mike from Canada. Oh, Canada. Would you call that winning ugly? Absolutely. I would call that voice that I just did ugly too. But a win is a win. Victory! Right there. Gun show. Thank you. John, very intense way to start the season. Yes, flex on him, my friend. I said that Cam Johnson was going to make a difference. Christopher Cole, you were correct. Play the lottery next. You may win that too. How do you clock the ball, which is a play the refs go back and overturn the play before?
Well, I didn't see that because we were behind there, and we come back and I'm like, oh, did they go back and give them 6 seconds because they're saying they said that they clocked the ball? There's no way that happens.
I don't understand it either. Somebody has to explain that to me.
If you're using digital stuff and you're using the actual reality where they're going to, do like someone tweeted from the first down marker where they're 10 yards apart, they're both on Verizon, so we know it's 100% accurate. You can't just come back from a commercial or come back and say, oh, we're throwing 6 seconds back on because we just got. No, you still have to go with some of the call of the game. But Peter, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. That's the problem we have with the whole umpire behind home plate and this balls and strikes. We know that square box makes sense. But at the end of the day,
I agree with you.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, Tim. Jeff says, shout out to Graham Barton, Michael Jordan, and Ben Bredesen for being versatile for the offensive line. They did have their fair share of pressure. Let's go out to Tim. Tim, welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with Best of the Base, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. Hello, Ray. How you doing, bud?
Hey, Tim. Good to hear from you, brother.
All right, man. Well, it's good to see a nice W today.
Can you do me a favor, Tim? I never asked you to do this. Can you say bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense as loud as the neighborhood can hear you? Go ahead.
Bring your passion.
Bring your excitement.
Bring your excitement and
just don't bring any nonsense.
Just don't bring any nonsense.
All right, Tim, let's get it together here because we're in the season. We're not preseason anymore. Let's try it again. Go ahead, my friend.
Bring your passion.
Okay.
Bring your excitement.
Yes.
Just no nonsense.
There you go. Just no nonsense.
Undefeated.
Exactly. Good stuff there. Winner, chicken dinner.
Well, anyway, man. Just glad to see the W. A lot of things went wrong, but these guys played hard the whole game, man. All 60 minutes.
Yeah.
You credit them there. You got to credit them there.
You definitely got to give them credit. And again, I know there are a lot of Bucs fans that see the Penix touchdown and say, "Oh no, again, here we go again."
I know.
And Baker Mayfield shows you even playing his worst game and the offense not necessarily being the best. They're able to pull this out. A great throw by Baker to Emeka Egbuka, and Egbuka catches it like he's been in the league for 10 years.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
What a pass that was.
Agree.
He just went up and snared it, man.
Yep.
And you guys, I really wanted to bring up what you guys were just talking about. the play he made to stop
Antoine
that
Winfield
touchdown.
Jr. Yes.
Yes. That's equal to the fumble he picked up. When he knocked that guy. I think it was from the Atlanta guy too.
It was from the
He was
Atlanta
just getting ready
guy.
to score. This guy.
They
it's
took
been
it away.
less than-
They took it away from him, by the way, because they didn't have a
Yeah, I
stupid
know.
camera in the stadium.
Wait, can I ask you guys a question? From now
Yes.
on, from here to forward, anytime anytime Penix dives forward for any extra yardage, no matter how the ball becomes dislodged, if some part of his body was near contact with the ground, are we going to start calling that he's down where he was, wherever we think he might have went down at? Because that seems to start to be a trend with this guy.
Well, it's the Patrick Mahomes rule, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry.
All right.
Anyway,
All right, Tim. Anything else, my friend?
Hey, I saw on the NFL Network on the crawl on the bottom. They said Chris Godwin's looking to come back in Week 5.
Well, I mean, that would be news to me, but we've heard reports that again that the Bucs are not going to take any chances. He will most likely miss the first 4 games. It could be October, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll definitely see how it works out. Yes.
I mean, these 3 guys in the lineup at once, man, it's going to be hard to stop.
It would be hard to stop one, and then you're going to get back Jalen McMillan as yes. So
he might be a little
You
longer.
guys, can I ask you about the running backs? Because I mean, I know we've seen Rashad and Bucky in the backfield at the same time, but especially with the way Grizzard seems to be using Tucker more, I'm starting to realize. I told Tristan, I said, do you realize if we've got Bucky and Rashad in the backfield, not only do we have 2 running backs that played in pro-style offenses in college, they can pick up the blitz, but one is power and one is speed, and that's a lot of versatility too. But you'd have to take one of those all-pro receivers off the field. Maybe he doesn't want to do that.
Right, exactly.
All 3 of them are great. They really are.
Yes.
All 3 running backs are good.
Agreed, Tim. All right, good stuff, my friend. Anything
All right,
else
bud.
here on the sports web?
No, that ought to do it, man. I just want to call in and talk to you guys for a few minutes.
Hey, man, we appreciate you as always.
problem.
Thank you very much. You use that second call if you want to, okay?
All right, dude. I'll talk to you. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Okay.
See you tomorrow night. There we go. We may have an early start time because the Bears are playing the Vikings. I may just hang out with Harry the Reek. I don't know yet. I know there's going to be a lot of reaction, so continue to tune in here to the evolution. Abuka was a stud, absolutely. Scott Valdez, why not Elijah Klein over Jordan? Interesting. I think that's a great question to ask because we know that Klein has been training for those different positions, whether, again, the versatility to him, multifaceted, as one of our callers said there, playing guard, center, things like that. But I think they were confident in going with Jordan. So Atlanta and Tampa Bay.
There's probably some. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I think there's probably just something about his game that they realize, and how Raheem's defense is going to be attacking from that side, and the way he's going to. They realize there's probably a weakness in Klein's game that's better served, because you're wondering why Graham Barton. I mean, honestly, I guess maybe Pete, we kind of have seen him do it at practice, or maybe the defense all went and faked the tush push for a television commercial. I didn't realize Graham Barton could go out to the left tackle.
Well, you played some in Duke. Again, he played a couple of years there, as JP would say. Let's go out to one of our old web heads here, Mr. Scott Broadway. Welcome to the evolution after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeat the Atlanta Falcons 23-20. Tell you what, stand by, Scott. We'll get out to you in a moment. Damn it, Jim, stand by. We're going to put you on hold, and we'll go out to you. We'll finish up with Scott here, okay?
All right.
All right, stand by. Let's go out to Scott. Scott, what's on your mind?
I just wanted to say, good to hear y'all and good to see y'all this season.
Yes.
And I want to congratulate you on your Bulls win yesterday.
Yes. How about those USF Bulls? Yeah, baby.
It can be nice at times.
Yes.
So I still love my Gators. But I wanted to say,
Yes.
Emeka Abuka is an awesome player, and our team pulled it off. Yes, there were some plays that were not. We could have done better.
Right.
And some calls that were questionable.
Well, absolutely. A lot of questionable calls, Scott. We appreciate the call, as always. Sorry about your Gators. We'll see if they fire Billy Napier, their son.
No.
Billy.
But here's my thing. We still won.
That's
And
it.
we got the W, and we can learn from our mistakes and do better next game.
That's it. And hopefully you join me throughout the week here, Scott. I appreciate the call as always, my friend. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Scott.
There you go. Scott Broadway there from North Carolina. Let's go out to this guy right here.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Damn it, Jim. Jim Sutton there from Ohio, a big-time Bucs fan. Your thoughts after the Bucs take care of the Atlanta Falcons 23-20?
That was close work, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. How many times did you have a heart attack or have cardiac arrest? How many times did you have convulsions?
Man, I was worried, but I was at a cookout. So
cookout? What the hell are you doing at a cookout?
Score.
Are you watching the game
That
or are
sounds
you
good.
cooking out there?
Game can wait.
Yeah, I was watching the score and I was trying to get it on my phone.
Did you
but I
burn
gotta
any
get it on-
cheeseburgers or hot dogs? Were any cheeseburgers or hot dogs burned in any way at that point? Because I couldn't do a cookout while this game was going on.
If you're missing the Buccaneers for cookout's got to be right.
Well,
I wasn't cooking, so
yeah.
it was.
Well, there you go. That's the best cookout when you don't have to cook.
That's good. That's right. No matter how the
Cheeseburger, no cheeseburgers or hot dogs harmed in any way.
Cheeseburger, hamburger.
There you go. All right, Jim. What else did you see
Yeah, I
besides the
didn't
hot
watch
dogs
the
and
game
hamburgers?
Real close, but
Okay.
I was just following the score, and I got my Mecca Ibuka on my fantasy league. So
Well, there
he
you go.
turned me up.
I was
He was running them numbers up.
I was kicking myself because I played the TJ Reeves Media Icon Fantasy League, and I had a Buka today along with Baker Mayfield. I didn't get Buka on one of my other leagues, but I did get Baker Mayfield and Bucky Irving. So I had a pretty good day in fantasy football, I think.
Yeah, I had Chase on the Cincinnati Bengals, and I should have put him in the trash.
Jamar
And he
Chase.
was my first pick.
Well, he'll improve on that, but Cleveland was a tough defense today. We knew
Is
that.
Tyreek Hill on the Dolphins roster?
Well, is Tua done being a rookie at this point? Because he looked like a rookie quarterback today with some of the throws he had. An absolutely atrocious
Daniel Jones
showing
was
by
the guy.
the
We've
Miami
known
Dolphins.
this We've known
Yeah.
Daniel Jones was the guy for what, 5 years now?
Oh, Daniel Jones, Jesus! You get beat by Daniel Jones. Just call it a day, there, McDaniels. Seriously, you should be on the hot seat already with that garbage. Miami's
Yeah,
defense did not show up today. No,
Jaden Daniels is my quarterback. Man. He did all right.
did all right. All right.
Yeah, 20 points. So, I just want to say, what we do for tight end, man? Who's we running out there?
Well, Kate Otten, he was running, and I don't know where he was running to. He was wide
Baker.
open. And
Baker, remember,
missed him.
Kate Otten's a little slower than Ibuka. He's a little slower than Mike, and that was part of his frustration. And I was like, at one point with Baker and the overthrows, I'm just liking that he's figuring it out and he's throwing out of bounds or throwing over. But I turned to Tristan, I'm like, did it suddenly seem like Baker's wearing gloves and trying to throw the ball in a rain game? Because it seemed like everything was high. But then also part of me, guys, thinks that part of that is him reading the defense and realizing it's better to throw it away than into this situation. But that Kate Otten, he was wide open, and you could see right then Baker really wanted that one back. And Kate Otten's a great tight end, and we have a good tight end room.
Yeah, that's most likely a touchdown there if you complete it. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I had him in the game. He was projected to get 8 points on my squad, on my fantasy. He got 0, 0, 0, 0.
Well,
he was an
And I
MIA
had
today.
And by the way, we do care about your fantasy football team. I mean that generally. I know there's a lot of radio shows that say we don't care about your fantasy football. We care about your fantasy football team. Here's what I would say. Here's your fantasy football advice. Take this for whatever it is.
From the guy whose entire roster is Buccaneers. But go ahead.
Right,
I mean,
that's it.
let's
Well, there
hear
you
your-
go. I would
Go ahead.
wait it out. I would see if there's anybody on the waiver wire at this point. Anybody that pops off, maybe you put a waiver claim on them. If not, I would stick with Otten at this point.
Well, here I go. I had Zach Ertz, and I had Zach Ertz in the game, but
He's still playing. He's like 185 at this point.
The leather helmets, right?
Right. He's on the bench. How many points did he have?
11.
More than Kate Otten.
Well, you missed
And
out
Kate
then.
Otten.
Yeah, you should have
So
started
they said
Zach
Kate
Ertz.
Otten was going to have more points.
Well-
He ended up not getting any.
Sometimes you can't believe AI, right? Because we're all getting skynetted by AI at this point.
Connor. I had him in the game at first, but I was like, man, Kate Otten, that's my man. So I'm going to put him in there.
Kate Otten is good. And don't forget, and here's the question I had, guys. So I missed half of I missed the end of the second. I missed the end of the second quarter because I had to run, and I ran a Publix and Aldi, and Tristan made some fantastic burgers. But I'm like, because we always know that the rule of thumb is you build a team to beat the teams in your division. And with the talent that the Falcons have on offense, or at least we keep hearing they do, I get to see it exist. Although, like I told you, Bijan's gotten off before, and Kyle's had some good catches, and they did the Cousins and the Penix thing. But then I'm like, this team's going to adjust accordingly. And don't forget, Grizzard's coming in. He's a little green as far as being an OC, but his offense is going. Some offenses game's going to have Kate Otten running a near wheel route and maybe getting missed. The other one's going to have him going straight down and interstaining and blocking. I think this offense. One thing I saw today is it's going to continue to be quite diverse, and that's exciting.
Yeah, and again, I think Kate Otten, he's shown he has been inconsistent, but I definitely think he's going to be a weapon that Baker's going to go to. Bad game by him. Credit to Atlanta, but. Again, going back to it, he's wide open. He's not looking for it. Terrible throw by Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield wants to have that back. Keep him on your team. Play the hot starter. Play the matchups. Don't necessarily always believe AI or the computer or whatever the hell you're believing. But I agree with you. I would have played Kate Otten over Zach Ertz.
So my question is, Kate Otten's our number one tight end.
Yes.
We got that clear.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
he's our number one tight end, but make no doubt about it. There's going to be a game where Devin Culp's going to be coming in because he's going to give you wide receiver speed out of the almost a slot position from a tight end position, and he can also. There's going to be a Payne Durham game because that cat can flat out put people down on their backs, and he's probably in there a little bit. We don't see him as much as we will, but I think that the Buccaneers offense, when you have a great offensive line and the philosophy is diversity, we have the type of, and then you put in a Cole Keith. Cole Keith's going to come in and play fullback, and then when you're not expecting it, he's going to roll out of the backfield, and he's not going to let it bounce off his hands next time.
Well, there you go. And Devin Culp was inactive in the game, so we'll see how that plays out. Eventually, he may be active if Kate Otten continues to have games like that. Big surprise right now. Packers 24-6 over the Detroit Lions. Thanks a lot for showing up, Lions. Jim, appreciate the call, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, my friend, use that second call right there. Damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell is the matter with you?
On the phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. How many times did our defensive line even touch Penix? Not enough times. Again, give credit to the Penix and his escapability, if you will. But there were times where they did get pressured. They just lost containment, weren't able to finish. Just a second away from getting that sack. That's the difference between the NFL and finishing up plays. Can I ask you on a question, JP? Why does Todd Bowles not blitz, play soft coverage? We answered that question. Earl Harris, the third. Ugly win. So tired of Dean. Cut him after the season. Definitely may be on thin ice at this point. Inconsistent once again. Baker should have played in the preseason. Certainly seems like it. Jeff? I see Grizzard was more so using the receivers for offensive play. Absolutely. Ed Kirby, let's go. The old Bucs would have found a way to lose that game. Let's go out to Jeff Moore. Go Bucs. Defense must improve. Pass rush. Chase better improve. Agree with that. Yes, it is exciting, Todd. Absolutely. It was exciting when you went for it on fourth down. Amazing stuff there, Todd Bowles. Matthew, looked like Bennett's touchdown was short. I like the going for fourth down. Let's just give Ibuka Offensive Rookie of the Year. Agree with that. Richard says Bucs win. That's always a good thing. Victory! Richard again. Go Peter. Thank you very much. I won't go anywhere. I'll stay here as long as you guys are chiming in, calling the phone lines. But we were over 2 hours at this juncture here live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa for all your Bucs.
After you came back from, you were in the swamp last night for the USF victory over the Gators, and you and the Phillies got back at what time this morning? I can only assume
about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Got in bed, did some preparation, went to sleep about 2 o'clock because you're so excited and about that win by USF. And by the way, in case you didn't know, USF now 18th ranked USF, going down to Miami. And definitely keep it right here because we got your Bulls away watch party. So come out here, Bulls. And Bulls.
Wait, are we going to Miami?
Miami? We're not going to Miami. We're going to be right here at Tampa Joe's. I expect you to come by. 93.6
Miami.
I think Todd Bowles, I actually not Todd Bowles, but I actually think Tom Brady has to say something about your singing.
That's great off the suck right there.
Fox color guy Silva is the worst ever. I think that was that Velma? He was
Velma, and of course it was
Velma, Silva. They're awful. I don't want to hear them. I'd rather hear Gene Deckerhoff, TJ Reeves, and Dave Moore. It could have been Fat Albert.
Is it Dennis Albert?
Kenny Albert. Who cares?
Dennis Albert, and I
Barb
look like
Albert.
a fish.
Yeah.
He went,
Down.
you know, I'm looking at the crew. I'm like, wow, you've got Tom Brady and Jesus Christ on your A crew, and you've got like three people on Infinite. Oh, I don't want to say anything political, but where's that B
We
team?
got
I
Jonathan
think we had the
Vilma,
C team today.
who is talking about cleaning up Baker Mayfield when obviously he was mugged. So that's a defensive player. Dennis looked bad the first half. He did. Bucs win a division game. So important. Absolutely. KRS1 right there. Hell of a game. We got the dub. Go Bucs. Welcome to the NFL double EE Biggie. I guess we could come up with some type of nickname.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up. It's exciting.
It is. All right, let's go out to Michael here. Defense, 100% the reason why he won the game. Christopher Cole, the game shouldn't have been that close. David, with them having backup tackles and our edge rushers, should have been in the quarterback's space the whole game, so their backup's that good, or a pass rusher's not as good as we think. Again, opportunities there, didn't finish. It'll get better. Just relax, everybody. What were Evan's stats for the game? Evan's stats for the game, he finished up at 5 for 51. Again, the rookie leading the way, Emeka Egbuka, 4 catches, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's a prescient stat right there because, we have to say it. We're going for that, consecutive season.
Yes.
And that is a bit of a start. And we always sometimes teams would be like, "Are you going to get everybody fed?" Well, it seems like the Buccaneers do find a way to get people fed.
Yes.
And Mike's taken on a leadership role with the Buka in there, especially. But then with Chris coming back and all, it's going to continue to open these lanes up. But yeah, 51 yards. We want to make sure Mike's eating. But if he has to do what he has to do on the road and come eat at home, we're fine with that too.
He'll get his. He'll definitely get his
yeah.
eventually. O-line wasn't very good. End result, Bucs win. Ed Kirby, Harry, yes, he was. Harry ready to take back what he said about the Bucs losing. Not in a million years, not from Harry. We love Harry, what he does. What happened to Heck? I don't know what the heck happened to Heck. The 2 lowlights of the game, Savasi, Dennis, Jamel Mean, my God. John Pearson, congrats to Coach Bowles for a Week 1 win. LFG Bucs.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, Todd, absolutely. David says, JP, I heard that Christian knew he needed the surgery during the offseason, but he refused to have it done because he didn't want to rehab during his vacation time. Is that true? Is that Chris Godwin? Let's go out to, I don't know. I don't think it's Christian Okoye, the Nigerian nightmare. Let's Nigerian.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Let's go out to Abraham using your second call. I don't know where that came from. Go ahead, Abraham.
Yeah,
Christian
so I saw
Okoye.
Ray. I'm like, I want to say hello to Ray, but I want to add a few things that I missed the first time.
Sure, guys.
But
brother.
I think Antoine Winfield Jr. I even told him in front of you, comeback player of the year. He's on a vengeance.
Well, he is, man. And if he's playing at a high level, we know, how much different that back end is, and he can make an impact. He made an impact today, especially later on in that game, making that pass breakup. Major play there.
Yeah, so I know Zion dropped a couple of picks, but I think he'll play better next week. I think it's just opening day jitters.
I wonder if he dropped that check that he got from Jason Light. I wonder if he probably dropped that check in his bank. He needs to not drop those. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't go there, but Zion is worth the money because I think he's an athletic cornerback, and it took a while for him to translate to the NFL level from coming from an FCS school,
right?
Especially the tackling, and he's made a lot of progress in his tackling. He's a really good tackler. He stopped a couple one-run play. I saw that, so I see him bouncing back next week. But Jamel Dean played pretty decent, except 1 or 2. But then I see Morrison coming back next week. Well, one thing I'd like to add to what Ray said, I think they started Jordan because Jordan has actual game time experience.
Right.
So that's why I think this was a brilliant move by the coaching staff because it was totally out of left field. You got Barton back in his college position, and you got Jordan. Then you got Bredesen, who's got a lot of reps at center. He played center and guard for the Giants.
Yes.
If you didn't know that.
Yes.
So he's got starting experience. So this was a brilliant chess move. I think next week they'll play a little bit better because they'll gel a little bit better. They got some game film they can go over. But the reason why Elijah Klein is not getting starting reps is that he was the highest graded run blocker in his class, but his pass blocking, because they didn't have a lot of pass blocking snaps at UTEP. So his pass blocking he needs to work on and get better. That's why he's not starting, at least not this year. Maybe
Right.
next year he may be he may challenge for a starting position, but that's the reason why. That's why they didn't start climbing. But
Abraham, I love that you pointed out. I'm sorry, I want to get first of all, brother. Yeah, it's great to talk to you tonight. But yeah, talking about the fact that Bredesen, with Fly not having a game play, and the fact that the way the Bucs shifted that line, and it was weird because I didn't realize because we got loud there, right? It got loud there in the Georgia Dome, and you were waiting for them to be able to Kenny Albert. That's who it is. But you're waiting for them to be able to use that narrative. It's loud here in Georgia, and this line didn't get shook. They had one false start, maybe two, but there wasn't a lot of holding. There wasn't a lot of miscommunication, and that's what I mean is that they did it because they had to, but it felt like without trying to, it felt like a flex, saying we have this versatility. Let's go.
Well, let's go.
But-
You're absolutely right about the
Well,
flexibility.
going back to what JP said, I follow Rick Stroud, and not just Stroud. I mean, Allman. He's the best. And Allman said that they were taking reps like that just in case, the whole what's his name, the Heck thing didn't work out and I think they were a little bit concerned about the defense that the Falcons had because Raheem is a good defensive-minded coach.
Yeah.
So I think they were concerned about that, so they needed to throw a chess piece at Raheem and his plans, because they probably were planning to load up on the side of a Heck, thinking that he's gonna wilt under pressure. Even if they throw an extra tight end, it's not going to work out. So that was a brilliant chess move on the part of the coaching staff. So
And the thing is, Abraham, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you, Peter, I'm going to let you get out of here because I'll let you guys, if you want to finish up. I know it's been a long day. You're locking it down. Unless you want to stay, I'll stay. But I wanted to point out that you made that point that in it's funny because this is like part of this culture with the Buccaneers. All during the preseason, Abraham, you were locking it down over there, covering the camp, being over there and covering it with the sports web, but it's like, okay, Todd Bowles is going to change his entire defensive philosophy, which he's made tweaks, but he's still he knows defenses. But then the stories were how the diversity of the we're throwing guys out everywhere. You got Riley's coming in playing left tackle. He's wearing 82, and now he's wearing number 9 or whatever. But I think it's weird is that the Bucs seem to just give you the narrative ahead of time what they're working on. They don't hide it. And it's just like, this is who we are. And then let the rest of the entire NFL figure it out. And so far, they haven't been able to, even whether or not there's I think by today's game, I wasn't able to say we've definitively got that chip on our shoulder in 2025, but it's definitely, it's there. It's around that area. I'm just not sure how big it is and how long it's going to stay there. It goes week to week on that.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Abraham, appreciate the call as always, using that second one. We'll see you on Monday night, my friend. All right.
All right, later,
man. Later. Absolutely. Good stuff.
He's the guy.
He has open phone lines if you want to call up, talk about this big time win by your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 23-20 over the Atlanta Falcons. Call up 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So we read that. Realtor David Zuzman. Pass rush is non-existent. Savashe Dennis is not ready to be a starter. O-line did a good job in terms of penalties and snapping the ball correctly.
Again, like he always does.
First week,
like he always does.
Overreaction. Let's see how it works. It was not a good game.
He broke that game down right there. That's probably those are the things that we didn't get answers to those questions, but we saw that there's questions that we remain to be answered. We see there's potential to be good answers, but that's what week one's all about.
That's it. Cornell says, hey, Peter Blake, hey to you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to David Zuzman. Big Heart, at least 3 balls that could have been intercepted. Agree with that. Not his best game. Eric, Atlanta played really good, but Baker is excellent. Adam, right there. Adam Gorick, hi. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
David Zuzman, kicker today, had a very lousy game. Agree with that, but I think they should use the big man they cut off.
Okay, David, I gave you props. You brought
Baker.
it. Let's not break the entire game down here.
Yeah, Jamie, we got the dub, but there should be no reason why we're missing field goals or extra points. Agree. We need a tackle. We need a tackle better. Mike Stover tried to give to Atlanta's offense. They tried, but it didn't happen. McLaughlin better tighten up. Tom W., how badass is Graham Barton playing left tackle in his first 2025 game? He's a center. Laugh out loud. Agree.
Yes! Yes!
What about Winfield's pass breakup at the end of the game? It was big time that it was. Our pass rush is inconsistent. Kim,
non-existent.
It was not a good day for kickers. It was not a good day for kickers.
The winds must have been like
the winds were swirling
inside the
swirling winds. I feel like
the Mercedes Kia 1-800
Raider wind or something, and the What in the world? I don't know. Is Vita getting better? He had a great game. He did. Mike, getting rid of Desmond Watson was stupid. I don't know how you I understand you're a Florida fan. He's
gotta
big
go
guy,
with his guy.
but he's out of shape, and most likely he's not going to contribute to this team unless he gets in shape, and wasn't able to get in shape.
It seems to me the Bucs have given him the script to how he could get there. He's a local kid, and a Gator, and kid's got heart. And everybody's like, oh, we saw him he was at the practice, and all he's doing is like relaxing. I'm like, no, trust me, kid's working if they've got him in a facility over there, and he'll work his way in there. I mean, the reason why he's not there is because you had 53 other guys. You had to make sure they're listed, and then you have your practice squad. And at the end of the day, you don't have room for a project that no other team's going to probably come after. And if the kid gets picked up by Seattle and ends up having an all-pro career, hey, more power to him.
There you go. Barton is not a center. He's a tackle. He's drafted to learn center position. He sucks at center. Did a great job at left tackle again. I don't
now, we gave this guy too much credit. This is David the Real guy.
David Zuzman. I don't agree with that, David.
I got the property. I'm going to sell you down here on the waterfront. Like, call me, David.
Yes.
We'll figure this thing out.
I got oceanfront property in Arizona.
In Arizona.
If you believe that. Yeah. Thank you. My country music fans. I know you like that. Who is that? George Strait?
Yeah.
Thank you. God, it's too. We're talking country music and all this other nonsense. The play Winfield made, breaking up a potential touchdown. It's Pizza Hut, says Mike Stover. Well, your stovetop pizza right there was not Pizza Hut. We're not talking about Pizza Hut. Yeah, well, Old London down. Let's do it. Okay, let's go out to.
Pete, can I ask? Oh, is someone on the phone?
Yeah, somebody's coming on the phone.
Okay.
Let's go out to his second call.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Jim,
Thanks for
go
that.
ahead, my friend. Yes.
What's up, Jim?
Running back number 2. It's going to be Tucker until what's the name? Get off injury.
Well, White played a little bit today. He played a little bit.
He
The
did?
running
He
game
played a little
was not good. And all.
Right.
Baker Mayfield leads you in rushing. That's not a good thing.
Okay.
No. So, all right. Did I answer your
It
question?
is what it is. It's the first game, y'all. We're going to get it together. At least we got that W.
That's it. I mean, yeah, Bucky
This is
Irving,
Monday.
14
Monday.
carries, 37 yards. Rashad White, 2 for 14. Sean Tucker, 1 for 2. So there you go.
I still want to hear about that barbecue. You didn't say if it was good or not. Was it worth missing the Bucs game?
Well, he didn't miss the Bucs game. He was watching the Bucs game while barbecuing. So again, no hot dogs and hamburgers were harmed in that barbecue, right?
No, I didn't cook it, though.
You didn't cook
That's
it.
the winner.
Did they cook?
Hey, did it cost you any money?
Do you feel sick at this point?
This is how Peter Blake and I.
Do you need Pepto-Bismol?
We went to a cookout for a job. My uncle's job do a big cookout.
Was there music playing in the cookout?
Oh,
What kind of
yeah.
music? What music was playing in the background?
They had a DJ. He
Oh,
was
a
playing
DJ.
all kinds of stuff.
What do you play? What's your
Yeah,
favorite song there?
Wobble baby, wobble baby. And
Oh yeah, wobbling, wobbling all around the place there, Jim.
Now understand though, Peter's asking you all these questions. We've actually been outside the What the Buck tailgate for a cause there on Himes before Peter started getting written up by code enforcement. And we've taken barbecue from a homeless guy who'd gotten it from another homeless guy who got it from someone across the street. So trust me, your barbecue was better than anything Peter Blake and I are used to.
Well, no, that's not true because we had a Wicked
we
Oak
had-
barbecue out
That
there.
was so
Scott
good.
Bradford. It was
Wicked
so good.
Oak.
So shame on you. We didn't take it from a homeless person. Took it from Wicked Oak Barbecue.
No,
but I
that
want
was
to
the
know:
good
am I invited to the cookout, Jim?
Oh, sure, yeah, you're
All
always
right.
invited.
All right, my
And we had hamburgers, we had brats, hot dogs, we had macaroni salad.
Oh, macaroni salad.
Yeah.
Throw that away.
Yeah, and all the fixings.
Yeah, barbecue
And,
ribs,
we had fruit.
hot dogs,
We
hamburgers,
had
barbecue
fruit.
ribs.
I
What
know.
else you got?
Was there wet wipes? Was there like the napkins you got to open up and you got to
you gotta have those now. Come on.
Now,
man.
Jim, when you get down here, you got to come to this away watch party here at Tampa Joe's because they got some
Okay.
great food too. I had the peach wings with blue cheese and
Okay.
celery, and I also had a Caesar salad. Tried to go a little healthy, but it had the crispy chicken. It was tremendous.
There's vegetables
Okay, now the peach
There was,
wings, do they have any spice on them?
It
Is
does
spicy?
a little. It is a little spicy,
Is that a little
tangy.
kick? Okay, I
A
like
little
sweet,
kick.
sweet and spicy.
Kick you right in your ass like the Bucs did today
Spicy.
to Atlanta. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's sweet this. How about that, Ray?
That's good enough to suck right there.
All right, Jim. Appreciate the call,
All right,
man.
later.
Yeah, later, man.
All right.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Let's read the rest of these comments.
You know what's funny? Before you read them, and I'll let you get out. It's funny that because, like I was alluding to earlier, I'm so glad it's not one of those reaction shows where there was a loss, especially with the things that happened today. Because that show would have went another 4.5 hours. But at the end of the day, these are the ones we have a little fun because we did win it. But man, there were a lot of reasons why we shouldn't have, and I think that's the biggest takeaway today is that this team overcame a lot to get this first dub.
A lot of adversity. How great was it to see two do something absolutely? Gerald says, "Let's go Bucs! Let's go Bucs!
Wait up, little boy!
Let's go!
Wait up!
Let's go! Let's go!
I got them Bucs,
Let's
baby.
go!" There we go, right there. We'll do this.
Victory!
Right there. I love doing that. Me, Sador, Chase, Miss Glocklin. I love that. That's a good one. Tim. Godwin eyeing week 5 for his return, according to
Can
NFL.
you go back to the me store one time? Because I just want to, if you don't mind, Pete, I want to drop something for him.
Yes.
Because I'm sure he was listening. You guys talked to the fact that Riley is a new holder on McLaughlin Cake. And I'm like, oh, I'll bet you Kyle Trask could probably practice as being a holder on those extra points and field goals. I wonder if
Stuck right there.
that was for me. My last.
Shut up! This guy sucks.
Yeah. Love you, me.
How about new?
Godwin high week 5 for his return. Eugene Thomas, 28-3, baby. It always goes back to 28-3 for the Atlanta Falcons. He's a good coordinator. Eugene Radio Raw is going through an NFL table.
Eugene. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
Oh, thank you, Gene, for that laugh. I don't know what this is, Robert Hurst. I don't know what you're sending me. It's a Facebook link.
That's a Tinder page.
Probably is. I don't know.
Don't
a subscription.
share it.
I do not want to subscribe to your OnlyFans. You only have one fan, that's you. I'll never say anything good about Morris. He's one of the biggest reasons why the Bucs lost a decade. He's not a head coach, just a coordinator. He had some good moments. I remember, 10-6 there with the Youngry Bucs. But yes, there were moments. Peter recognizes me. I do. Robert with his OnlyFans link or YouTube link. Yes, sir, Peter. Yours true bigger right there checking in. Okay, Robert. There we go. It's a good sign. See, I told you he's going to send me some music or something.
Wait, that's not Tinder. That's Grindr.
Losing them, it can make or break your season in the long run.
That's good enough to suck right there.
I'll get you right there.
Why so serious?
Thank you. Yours true bigger right there, Dave. No ring, Cam Trash Talk, Jordan. Edward Kirby, sorry, my oven was on fire. Well, don't burn down your house. We're talking about cookouts and burning down your house. I kind of take
down that house.
Remember, I nearly burned down my house after doing a breaking news. Okay, and then I'll go with this. Falcons had more first downs, total yards, and time of possession. Plus, they didn't turn the ball over. Bucs defense still has to improve. Agree with you on that, Michael. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Robert, I just dropped a Falcons diss after the game. Check it out on my Facebook page or on my YouTube. We will check that out. Roger Shoe has nothing. If you don't recognize me, give me the Bucs fight song. Yes.
Hear these.
I did. I recognized you. Let's see. I'm having fun. Sorry. That's okay. He can have fun. Winfield made a game-saving play. Absolutely. Robert Hurst. Michael again.
Robert Hurst just posted a heart.
Hold on. You wait till the Dolphins game family is coming down to Florida during the holidays. I can't wait to joke, laugh, and have fun with the best. Sports Web, appreciate you as always. Robert again dropping that link.
Did the other guy give a heart to Robert with the link, right? Go back 3 comments real quick, and then I won't shut the rest of that. Go back 2 more. 1 more. Go back. Go back 1 more. Somebody gave a heart to him.
There's no hearts. You're seeing
bring some peach wings home. They sound so good.
Yeah, well, how about you just come up here and get them one of these days?
Gotta get it.
Again, home for your Bucs away and NFL watch parties here live at Tampa Joe's. 96, I'm forgetting the address, 9613 Anderson Road. My brain is about to be fried like that hamburger or that hot dog. Hopefully it's Hopefully it was cooked well. You're not sick, Jim.
I know what it was.
Win, Darlene Emanuel, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Ed Eero, Mr. Ed, love you, Pete. Love you too, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Your line's not loving you today, so sorry about that. What a game. Eugene says Atlanta Falcons, wise up. USF and the Bucs, both great games, absolutely. Bucs look soft today, but overall got the win. Again, not their best play, but they do pull it out.
They looked like they were figuring some shit out. Figuring some stuff out. They were figuring some stuff out. And the fact that with a new OC and this, all of a sudden the shell game at the offensive line, they were figuring stuff out. That's exciting. But you guys are right. There no questions were answered, but at least we know we're starting to get excited about what those answers may be.
Todd Bowles is excited.
It's exciting.
Not necessarily about the
not about that. Not about rushing to the line of scrimmage and not having a play committed to call or going back to it, and then they end up giving them time for the replay, which, again, that was the one of 17 replays that were legitimate that Atlanta got, but let's not get into that.
We suck again.
That's what a lot of Bucs fans were saying after Atlanta scored that touchdown, but the Bucs are able to overcome with Baker Mayfield, his 13th comeback victory in the fourth quarter there. Peach Wings, got to come and check it out with you guys, maybe set up a halftime performance. We'll see. I don't know about a halftime performance. I don't know if we can do that. I mean, we had some PA system problems.
You see me. I'm gritty. You see me. I could be a halftime performance.
Yeah, I could do this too.
This guy sucks.
Okay.
Hey, you want to do a halftime performance here, Ray? Here's your halftime.
The Frisbee dogs got their day in the sun.
Here's your halftime performance in care of JP Peterson.
F you, and F you. Peace out.
It's like I'm back in prison where everybody called me honey.
Oh man, this is getting
I
late.
got you. I knew I could get you.
Man, house life.
I like it raised. There you go. Can you tell them that I'm not an admin on your StreamYard? I did not know that comment was coming. That, my friend, was timing. Peter Blake, the producer, after Gainesville.
Yeah. It's so good.
Shut up!
Freaking idiot.
Next week will tell us where our secondary is. Go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up!
Next week, Peter's going to be live from the Popeyes of Nebraska. Chicken for Popeyes.
Damn, the Popeyes.
Hey, I like it.
How are the Tampa Bay Rays doing? Why do I think I know this guy?
House life.
Rays ruined, Peter. Are we going to be homeless next season too? No. I know this guy. I know who this guy is. I don't know why, but I know this guy. No nonsense.
I like him.
Yeah, I agree with that. Michael, lots of nonsense at this point. The dive rule is so stupid. You're not giving yourself up. The NFL has always said the quarterback is fair game if he dives forward. Sliding is the quarterback giving himself up. Exactly.
That's it. Peter, please, when they said when the quarterback gave himself up, so he's going to get wings and fly away and there'll be a bell that rings. I'm like, wait a minute. He gives himself up, but he's still got to maintain control of the ball as he goes down. You can't just make that a rule now. Whenever Penix goes down, the ball's it's down wherever he's out because he's the magic left-handed man. I mean, that's what I think that's one of the reasons why I had problems with some of those calls today.
What?
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling.
Let's go. Go Bucs, absolutely. Scott says, I'm not that Scott. You are not that Scott. You are not Scott Broadway. You're Scott Valdez. Raider, thanks a lot for coming out. A great day in Tampa Bay. We enjoyed Peter's 50th Bucs season opening watch party there at Tampa Joe's. I have one regret. I loved our meal. When I saw the individual nearest receive his fish, I was in shock. If you're looking for a great fish dinner, stop at Tampa Joe's on Friday. All you can eat.
Nice.
If you can do that on the Bucs game day, you will need a triple shipment. What a nail biter. The ending had me ready for serious stress management. We're off to a 1-0 start. I said prior. Good stuff, Raider. Thanks a lot there for coming out and promoting the evolution of sports talk television here live from Tampa Joe's. I waited as long as I could for you to read my comment. I just have to ask you the same questions on another show. Tough win, but a win is a win. Michael says 100.
Oh, yeah.
Michael again, we effing won. Let's go.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Michael says Kennedy and me with IPAs come for the Dolphins game. Sounds good. Graham and I think was clutch for the game time switch. Michael, not worried about Otten. James Sutton, go Buccaneers. Go Buccaneers.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go. All right, let's go out to Victory Monday. Victory. All right, it is a Victory Sunday Night Victory Monday here on the Evolution. Get you some of that.
Get you some of that.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to say it right.
Yeah, I'd say this.
Shut up.
I knew it was Cam. I knew this was Cam. I knew it was Cam. Thank you, Cam, for tuning in as always. Chris Godwin is a low budget. What do I rate this? Chris. Yeah, okay.
Gary, my man.
Izzy and missing piece of the team. Scott Broadway, I agree with Ray about the Gators football as usual. Michael,
Scott, sorry.
Here's the heart there, Kennedy. Michael laughing. Broadway, barbecue pig from North Carolina. Need it for your tailgate, barbecue pig. Thanks for coming out to our
Barbecue
restaurant.
Gators, what we
Sure,
want.
absolutely. Thank you very much for having us. Matthew, I got to get my Ibuka jersey now since he scored 2 touchdowns in his first game. And Michael Hulk, as you close the show tonight, I want a full sound board. Here it is.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up. It's exciting.
Wow, that's not it.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Woo! All right, there we go. 230 people watching right now.
You have no Jameis left on that board at all?
I got what? No Jameis?
You got no Jameis on that board?
No, I got this right here. Where's it at? Oh, this.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
I got this
Right.
one.
How about new?
I got this one. I got this one. And I got this one from JP. He sends his love from Orlando.
F-U, 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 and F-U. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
I love that one. Final thoughts here after the Bucs win a thriller in Atlanta 23-20, my friend.
They double screen. No,
Double
stay on screen with me.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to let you go because you locked it down this weekend. It was an exciting day up there in Gainesville and the Bucs game today. And it's going to be an exciting time the rest of this season. And not a lot of questions were answered today, but I think it's just exciting that, again, a lot of the answers we're going to start seeing are going to be exciting. So thanks for having me, brother. And we'll talk to you this week. Start making plans for next week.
Absolutely. Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, always welcome here on the Evolution. Hopefully you come out for some of these away watch parties when it comes to
the fish and the beef wings.
Yes, USF watch parties here. We're getting ready for the Miami Hurricanes on Saturday. And then on Monday Night Football. Bum, 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 bum. I can't sing. I'm sorry. Can't carry a tune, obviously, because I'm tired at this point. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, thanks a lot for the time here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, all right?
Love you, brother.
Love you too, brother. There we go. All right. Well, so we'll bring it back in here, Tampa Joe's, as we wind down the day, the weekend, if you will. Social life means football life here when it comes to USF and, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Scores around the league. 49ers beating the Seahawks 17-13. Broncos all over the Titans, not all over, 20-12 there. Packers, thanks a lot for showing up to the Detroit Lions. Packers win 27-13 with Micah Parsons a couple times there, getting after the quarterback, getting a sack. Good for them. Rams in a dogfight with the Houston Texans, 14-9. Stafford played in this game, being interviewed right now. Steelers over the Jets, 34-32. No surprise there. Thanks a lot for showing up to the Miami Dolphins, 33-8 by the Colts. What else? What other scores around the league? Bengals beat the Browns 17-16 in a squeaker right there. Raiders with new coach Pete Carroll. John Spytek beats the Patriots 20-13. Commanders 21-6 over the New York Football Giants. Jaguars 26-10. Liam Cohen's first win there. Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. And, of course, the earlier games during the week there, Friday night in Brazil. I know it's weird. Chargers 27-21 over Patrick Mahomes. And, of course, the Eagles with the spitting Jalen Carter beat, which they were probably spitting mad, Eagles over the Cowboys 24-20. We'll recap the statistics here for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, not his best game, but when it counted in the fourth quarter, engineers a drive there, 13th comeback victory in the fourth quarter, 17 for 32, 167, 3 touchdowns right there. Also led in rushing. You can't have that with your rushing attack. 5 carries for 39 yards. Bucky Irving, 14 for 37. Who led the way? A rookie, Emeka Ibuka. Learn his name. Get to know his name. As I told you, that's going to be the guy that's definitely going to be up for Offensive Rookie of the Year. 4 catches, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns, including the clinching touchdown, 25 yards out. Mike Evans, the veteran, 5 catches for 51 yards, trying to surpass Jerry Rice when it comes to 1,000-yard receiving seasons of 12. Good start today. Can get off to a better start. Sterling Shepard, 3 for 39. Bucky Irving, 4 catches for 8 yards, but his first receiving touchdown in his NFL career. Defensively, Tyke Smith led all defensive players with a total of 11 tackles right there. Zion McCollum, 7. Also 10 touchdowns, so 7 tackles, 3 assists, so 10 total tackles there. Sabasier Dennis past the Sabasier Dennis, not the best game. 10 tackles there. Jamel Dean with 6. Levante David with 9. Jacob Parrish with 4. Yaya Diaby with 3. Antoine Winfield with a huge pass breakup. 4 tackles there, saving the game. Hassan Reddick with the lone sack right there. So, for Harry the Greek, for JP Peterson of the JP Peterson Show, remember, tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. We'll have you for that show all week long, Monday through Friday. And, of course, join us for the post-game edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television as we're here for away games at Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. Great wings, great food. As always, definitely join us. Thanks to Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. And as always, the lifeblood of what the Evolution of Sports Talk Television is. Over 350,000 views the last 28 days on Facebook. Love my webheads. Love the Tampa Bay Sports Fan. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. And do 3 things as it is a Victory Sunday night, Victory Monday. Victory! Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay Sports Fan, it's your time. Bucs win 23-20, a thriller in Atlanta. We'll see you tomorrow night on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television as we always end off the show. And you got to love this Bucs fan. Shout it out to the top of the rooftops. Go Bucs.